as much as I just want to cook DC because they're very unserious, Marvel's unserious too, and just the big two in general is just unserious. So everyone's getting cooked. Everybody, no one's safe.
Phase 4 greatness, man.
Big in Tokyo, I wanna be big in Tokyo. Big in Tokyo, I wanna be big in Tokyo. Big in Tokyo, I wanna be big in Tokyo. Big in Tokyo, I wanna be big in Tokyo. Drink all the sake I want, read all the manga I want, wear all the babe that I want, buy all the J's that I want, be with any girl that I want, drive any car that I want. I'm always out of the country, I'm sorry if I ain't home. If the money ain't calling, I never answer my phone. You can see the flow in my chakra, all we smoke is homegrown. You know the boy love ramen, probably sipping on miso. I know a spot that has shield, I got a spot that has deals. Wait till I get a kimono, I'ma swag it out in my dojo. Some girls are asking for a photo, I guess this happens in Kyoto. When you young and popping in Kyoto, I ball with all of my nakamas, I dance with all of my nakamas, I drink with all of my nakamas, yeah.
Probably because of a disagreement.
I only listen to Cole, I touch down with peace. Hiro isekai, shinara irekai. You are my enemy, you are no friend of me. You covered in jealousy, we only drink Hennessy. Big in Tokyo, I wanna be big in Tokyo. Big in Tokyo, I wanna be big in Tokyo. Big in Tokyo, I wanna be big in Tokyo. Big in Tokyo, I wanna be big in Tokyo. When I got money, you know it.
That's
When
true.
you got
Big
money, you
Gun is
blow
like
it.
the new.
How much you caught me a rollie?
Daddy?
I'm living like Zach and Cody. Sweet like from young in the OG. From young we learned to maneuver. I pick up and skirt in a Uber. I grew up with killers and shooters. No tell, but I think I'm cooler.
He tweeted weird
I used to
shit.
sleep with a deuce. I'm the moon god, got the juice. You switching sides like the man Bruce. Tight circle, cut the loose ends. No, I can go on vacation. You cannot escape from the matrix. I wrote all this shit in the basement. Art is my new occupation. Let's meet up at Kennedy Station. I've been at studio all day. I'd rather just make it the hard way. Sitting back while I'm looking up. Remember backyards cooking up. I just wanna be big.
Okay, you're
I
not.
wanna be big.
That's not allowed.
Big in Tokyo. I wanna be big in Tokyo.
Like that's the
Big
enemy.
in
What the
Tokyo.
fuck? I ain't
I
loading
wanna
you
be
onto that.
big in Tokyo. Big in Tokyo.
You
I
pick
wanna
a
be
side,
big
sir.
in Tokyo.
Oh, man.
Big in Tokyo.
Marvel tried
I
to do
wanna
that,
be
and that might
big
be
in
why.
Tokyo. Drink all the sake I want. Read all the manga I want. Wear all the bait that I want. Buy all the J's that I want. Be with any girl that I want. Drive any car that I want.
That was 100% accurate statement.
Drive any
especially with
car
this.
that I want.
I haven't watched a single game of tonight's going on for the fucking
Maya change the tags for the stream. Oh shit, what does it say? Oh, we could bear stuff. Is it? My bad.
It says VTuber.
It says what? It's just- oh, it says oh yeah, because I was gonna stream about I'll do that tomorrow though. I forgot. My next stream was gonna be about the World Cup and predictions and stuff and talking about football with everybody. All right. I need everybody to know one
Big
thing.
in
My back is cooked. Like
Mhm.
after 8 hours, making 3 videos and having to shovel 3 times and 2 workouts, I literally my back was locked. I couldn't get up for like 18 minutes. I am lying down on my carpet looking at the ceiling trying to do this stream. I can't move. So I ain't no camera today, bro. I'm off camera. Well, how's everyone doing? How's everyone doing? Jujen has arrived. Network is not good. Big in Tokyo. I wasn't expecting a stream. I know me. I was so good for a while, then I've been like 3 days a week, I think, maybe. What's up, Greater Power? Yeah, I'm good, man. That is Greater Curves Lamb.
Yes,
Change
sir.
tag for the stream. My source, I made it the fuck up. This man's paralyzed. Oh, God. Need France to do Argentina like Germany did Brazil in 2014. Man, I would love to see it, but with the way that France is playing, I don't have confidence. I'm not confident. They need to be in top form. Top form, I'm confident.
I think if you're a pure fan of the sport, this is actually a win-win cup for most people. You either get to see Messi become the undisputed GOAT, or you get to see France repeat.
Oh no, I'm not a pure fan. I'm a very
Yeah,
selective
there it
fan.
is.
So
There it is.
Ronaldo's my favorite player. I don't know if you know that. So
I do know that. I do
oh,
know
okay,
that.
so agenda. But 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 it's one of those things. But I'm not. I actually hate Ronaldo fans. It's like I'm like the only one I like. Uh, ac- Laz is fine and like other ones, but like I'm like the only one I like. I hate most of them. So like I always look bad as a result of them, so I just don't talk about it because as soon as I associate myself with him, they just assume I have all these terrible opinions, and I'm like I don't rock with Messi because I'm a Ronaldo fan, not because I don't think he's literally one of the greatest, the second or first greatest soccer player I've ever seen.
Mhm.
I just told him it's like Lakers and Boston. I think it's very. I don't take you seriously if you like Boston and the Lakers. It doesn't work that way. You pick one. You're a Boston fan or a Laker fan because they have years of rivalry. That's very weird to me. I don't do that shit. Oh, I love everybody. Not me. I pick sides. I got favorites. Anyways, welcome to part 9 of Views of the Watchtower. From the Watchtower? From the Watchtower. Yes, I think it's part 9.
Well, the Watchtower is crashing and burning right now outside of
Yeah,
this. So
yeah. DC is on crack. I don't know what's going on with them and Warner Brothers because anytime I hear something about them, something's getting canceled, something's getting reworked. I swear maybe like a month ago. My timeline's messed up. I swear Cavill made this huge statement that he's back. I
that
think
did
I
indeed
heard he
happen.
was in Black Adam. Black
He
Adam.
was at the end credit scene of Black Adam. Didn't see the movie. I just know that end credit scene exists.
Yeah, and then like yesterday he's like, "Oh, psych." That's like, bro, what's going on? So we're gonna talk about all those things and why like the big two just dying in general. I think the comics aren't doing well. That much I know. I don't keep up with all the sales of the various things, but I know they haven't particularly been doing well there in any capacity. I'm sure they have specific runs and specific characters that still do well, but as a whole, from top to bottom, I know they've been making more money from their like other media side, from the games, from the
As
from
far
what I
as I
know,
can
from what
tell
I know.
from the current state of like comic book Twitter, the veil is beginning to lift over the eyes of the casuals. After Marvel, it's after Phase 4,
Mhm.
huge downturn for them. And with DC now, it's all this new shit that Guns would do, where everybody's just starting to bail out.
Yeah, I feel it. Do you believe in gravity? Of course I do. Time to hop back on Elden Lean. Rhinoceros Beetle, yep. Ronaldo fans taking massive L's this year. I disagree with that, but I think I don't know how much you know about. Like I like really follow this, so like I'm like fine. Like people say he failed at Juventus. I'm like no, you didn't. That's the stupidest thing I
The
ever heard.
the
But
most
what?
this is the year that I've spent just as a tangent since we're talking about it.
Yeah.
This is the year I've actually decided to take a look at Premier League play.
Mhm.
He has not been good for Manchester United, at least for this year, from what I have seen. Specifically, like for that,
He's keeping them afloat, but there's like
yeah,
my point is like if I'm going to have this conversation in discourse, I'm gonna have it in a nuance. I'm having a nuanced discussion, not just my. I'm a Messi
yeah,
fan and I'm a Ronaldo fan. It's like we're not gonna act like his son didn't die, that he had a problem with the club, and how you say that things didn't
yeah.
improve, and that from the time he was like a kid playing in like 2007 at Manchester United and coming back, that nothing has improved. The facilities are shit. Like all of that matters. It's the same way of like when people. I defended Messi when people were like, "Oh, look at him at PSG, he's fucked." I'm like, are you guys serious? Like I don't take these people seriously. They just want to engage in like fandom wars, and I'm like, bro, I don't talk to sports with people like that. They bully this
Mhm.
child because he dissed. Good. She shouldn't have
Yeah.
done it. I saw that. Go back to where the airport's that way. She gets. Stop talking shit. My ultimate sports rule is if you talk shit, you die and you live by the shit talk. When I was
Yes.
hype, listen, I got. Oh my god, this is so derailed. All right, last thing. I'm staying on comics. When Rose got hurt, bro, the way my friend McGee cooked me because I roasted Brandon Roy for his knees and that was his man's. You think I ran or cried? Blah. I said, I gotta take that on the chin, bro. I gotta take that right in the face like a man, because I was talking cash shit. And I know something about me. I will talk the most shit, and if I win, I'll glow. And if I lose, I take it on the chin like a man. The problem I have with most people is they'll talk so much crap, and when their player or team loses, silence, gone. The disrespect is not as the apology is not as loud as disrespect. I hate that shit. I don't respect it. So Avengers video game canceled She-Hulk DLC. That's funny. Wonder Woman 3 got canceled recently. I heard Gal Gadot say something about something, and then I heard Patty Jenkins made a I think she made a statement recently or today or yesterday
Her
or something.
statement was more centered around Rogue Squadron than Wonder Woman 3, from what I read.
Well, I heard
It
that
was more,
she's saying basically nothing could move the project forward. I think I kind of
yeah.
glanced at it like in passing, so I don't know. Maybe their time is up. It's time for Chinese supremacy. It's Donwa season. You're trying to evolve, bro. You're trying to evolve. The ring of Linga Ding Dong will lead to viewership for the finale, and it was shit as anticipated. Yeah, of course I did it now. She was like a 9 though. She got nasty ass threads. What's up? What's up, young? But yeah. So glad I'm catching up a little bit. So when and how did James Gunn get involved? As far as you know.
Um, I think it was before Black Adam even released.
Interesting.
News came out about it, if I recall. So it was probably around
So does he have the
October.
role that Snyder used to have? I guess.
No, he
Okay.
has the same role that the head of DC at Warner Brothers had. Snyder was just a director
Okay.
for those movies.
So he's
He
not
didn't really
necessarily directing. He's more like he's literally put in a leadership position now.
He's like Kevin Feige
Okay.
is the
Okay.
best way I can put it.
Okay.
But this is an interesting thing with him because he's also apparently writing the Superman film that's replacing Cavill's, which is also weird because when he was doing interviews for Suicide Squad, he said he didn't want to do it because it seemed like a less interesting, in his words, playground because so many people have ideas about it. But
Mhm.
I guess that changed once he got control over it, whatever.
I'm not sure. So I didn't make that up. He did film a movie already. He filmed The
Yes,
Suicide Squad or
the
something. I never watched.
Suicide
I never
Squad,
watched it.
and then there's Peacemaker on
That's the
HBO.
John Cena one.
Yes,
I didn't watch that either, but I heard it was
because
actually pretty funny.
the Suicide Squad one that he has was the one with Peacemaker and Bloodsport and Polka
Mhm.
Dot Man when they fought Starro. Um,
Mhm.
so he comes in, Black Adam releases.
Mhm.
Dwayne Johnson's out here hyping up some sort of reveal around a character. People
Interesting.
easily put together that it's Superman, and so people jump to it's Henry Cavill, and then it is Henry Cavill. When the movie releases and the end credit scene comes out, Cavill releases a statement saying he's going to be back as Superman. The studio told him to release this. This wasn't a thing of his own volition or a plan that him and Johnson had together. This was something that they coordinated with DC about. As far as I'm aware, it's similar to what is happening with Aquaman 2, because last time I checked, Ben Affleck's Batman is going to be in that movie.
What?
Last time I checked.
He's still around? I thought I was convinced that that
What
was
I
a thing.
remembered,
The
what I
reshoots.
remembered Affleck
Mhm.
doing is that he didn't want to do another movie again because of the reshoots and how nonsensical that was. But anytime Snyder Cut brought back was happening, he was out here campaigning for it.
Okay,
Like
I
he
didn't know. I
wanted to
actually
do
didn't
it.
know that. Cause I just see the meme of like sad Ben. I guess and
Yeah.
people and I didn't.
And as far as I'm
I
aware,
never thought we would have got that. So I was like,
yeah.
this is just a
As
pointless.
far as I'm aware, Affleck one likes the actors he worked with in both BVS and Justice League,
Mhm.
and liked what Snyder was doing, and wanted to actually do the solo Batman movie that Matt Reeves was gonna do before Pattinson, before everything got fucked up because of the Joss Whedon Justice League. As far as I'm aware, and I think there's a lot more credence to this because according to James Gunn, as of yesterday, Ben Affleck, him, and Peter Safran, who's the producer for Shazam, who's also now co-head of DC with uh, Gunn, had a discussion with Affleck because Affleck reached out and wants to not act but direct a DC film, and they're trying to find one for him to do. That was
Is-
the first news that I had saw, which was
mhm.
100% positive in my
Okay.
mind for all
Okay.
this other nonsense. Because Affleck is an Academy. He has
Argo.
Affleck is the director of a movie that has won Best Picture in the
Argo, right?
Academy Award. Yeah, Argo is fantastic.
I didn't know he was the thing who did that movie with everyone. I saw it. I actually like that. And this is coming from you guys know I don't watch movies. I actually like that movie. It's a good movie.
Yeah,
But it was
and
good.
he won the Golden Globe and BAFTA for Best Director. Didn't win it in the Academy Awards, but the movie won Golden Globe, BAFTA, and Academy Award for Best Picture for that movie. So
Okay.
I think that's the
So he
only
so he could
total
so
positive
he's
good news
proven
I've seen.
himself in a sense.
Yes,
Okay.
and I don't know what character they'd give him or anything like that, but that's the other that's these are recent things. So the other situation that I saw was when everybody was talking about how the renewal of the slate's going to happen, and this happened a couple days ago when they announced that Wonder Woman 3 wasn't going to happen.
Okay.
As that report came out, there came subsequent reports in the same day from the same sources that all the other films and futures of the franchises already out were in question.
Mhm.
So essentially, Man of Steel 2, Black Adam 2, any continuation of Aquaman or Flash or Cyborg or Batman that had to do with Affleck. So what I understand is none of those things are happening. Aquaman 2, Flash, Blue Beetle, and Shazam 2 are all still happening because they're already got trailers and they're already they're ready to come out, from what I understand. That's going to be the end of this current slate as far as I'm aware. Blue Beetle's the interesting one because I don't know if it's going to be within Gunn's
Is that
slate
Jaime?
of things. Yes, it has
Okay.
Jaime. The only thing I know about it is I've always seen this one like set photo of the Jaime Reyes suit in there, and that's about it. Because that's like you always see things about these DC films. Because I know apparently there's some chick that's going to play Supergirl, and I think the Flash movie or something like that people
Mhm.
talk about. And I know that for the Flash movie as well, there was controversy about Affleck and Cavill's characters being in that movie with cameos, and those scenes were they were shot, then cut out, then they were reshot and put back in there, and now because of the Cavill thing, everybody's wondering if those scenes are going to be in there again. So that all that has, and also changes in actors, which is this. These are two weird ones. According to reports I've seen, they still want Gal Gadot to be Wonder Woman, but they're not going ahead with the third film, which doesn't make any sense to me. So I'm not sure if that report is true. The second report that I've seen, and this seems to be
You guys,
co-signed
you
by the
know how much I like her. I'm okay with that.
yeah, the second report that I've seen, and this seems to be co-signed by the actor
She is so
himself.
fine, bro. I don't care what no one told me. Go ahead.
Jason Momoa is
Supposed
not going to be Aquaman going forward, but
he's gonna
there's
be
a high
Lobo.
likelihood. Yeah, he's going to be Lobo going forward.
That I knew. That I heard. I
And
seen that one.
yeah, and
All
then
right, let's not. Okay, let's. Oh, actually, no.
yeah,
Finish what you're saying.
I think there was like one other thing.
I feel like we jumped around a lot. We didn't focus on anything.
Yeah. Oh no, the last thing, this just came out today. Warner Brothers offered. Oh no, the people that were behind Shazam 2 wanted Dwayne Johnson as Black Adam to cameo in Shazam, which would make total sense considering who Black Adam is and
Yeah,
who the
yeah,
relationship between. If you know anything about comics, it's Black Adam and Shazam. Like this
yeah.
is
Of
fucking
course, they have the
forever.
same. They have their powers come from the same place. So
The Rock declined to do that. That came out today that he declined to do that.
all right. Well, we're all right. All right. Let me catch up a chat first. How do I feel about the
And
Henry
that's the long
news?
and short of it, as far as I'm aware. Oh wait, there was also one report that came out that Gunn was considering fucking around with Matt Reeves' Batman in a wider universe. That was then debunked by Gunn himself. The Matt Reeves stuff is going to stay its own thing, as far as
Okay.
I'm aware.
I'll show you. That's the question I was gonna have. Was Patterson gonna join the bigger universe? So how do I feel about the Henry news? For me, um, I don't know. Like, I can't say that I've liked Henry as much as other people have. I think he looks the part and stuff. I just don't think he ever had the chance to play the Superman that I really wanted to see based on the roles he's been in and the way stuff was directed. And he's kind of a more New 52ish Superman. So like I don't have the attachment to him that a lot of people do, but he looks the part. I really loved seeing him in action and whatnot. And just like in my brain, and maybe I don't know enough about actors and upcoming actors and whatnot and everything. I heard he wants to do another Superman movie from the beginning, and I'm kind of like another Superman origin movie, I guess. Whatever. You know, what can I do about that? But I'm just like, Could you seriously name an actor right now that you would rather be playing Superman though? Like I'm just a genuine question. Like if you have a better one, you could tell me. I can't think of one. Not a single person
After
that
the
I'm like,
news,
huh?
after the news, I literally spent most of the day thinking about it, and also because when I heard the news that they wanted, they also said that they wanted Cavill in some future project for whatever. I don't know if that's Superman coming back in multiverse capacity or something completely different. But I spent the day thinking about who would I want as Superman other than him, and what other role would I want for Cavill. I couldn't think of anything for the first. Like I don't know if there's any other person I'd want for Superman, especially because my interpretation. I'm with you in a similar vein. I don't think he's the best portrayal of the character, but I think that's because I feel like his performance was leashed
That's
for
what
a lot of the
that's kind of my point. Where it's like I just think he had to like because the direction that he got and whatnot, it came off a certain type of way. We're talking like I don't think he ever got the chance to really play that Superman I wanted to see. That was my point.
And I've seen interviews of him where he's talked about post Justice League, the direction he wanted to take the character, and he's always talked about it in the more traditional, hopeful sense. He's said this in at least one or two interviews that I've seen.
Mhm.
Um, and the second thing of the future role before, I literally racked my head around this for days. I'm like, if because the dude is in a situation where he's just been completely cucked. Like he quits Witcher to focus on Superman, and the studio tells him to do this, and then Gunn says, "Ahaha," essentially. And so I'm thinking like the only possible way to give this man any kind of retribution is you have to cast him as either some recurring villain or recurring hero of major importance. But I don't know. It still feels like a handout in my mind. And the only character I could possibly see him fitting as would be Hal Jordan, Green Lantern. But I don't think anybody, including Cavill, would even want that, as far as I'm concerned.
That's not moving me. So yeah, I hear you. I hear you. Let's see. Chat saying. The Rock was coping mad hard. Black Adam flop. Did it really? Actually had no idea how well that movie did, but that's funny as fuck. He's handling me. We've been trying to get him out the paint. DC, WB on serious. Yep, Secret Hatred. I thought Affleck had a directional role now. Well, Affleck wanted to direct a Batman movie. DC and Marvel can honestly go fuck themselves. We're on the same page. Just suck my
Mm-hmm.
dick. Give a fuck about these bozos. A Batman Beyond movie got canceled, but apparently it had the writers of the canceled Batman movie and Birds of Prey. Interesting. Also, didn't they cancel like a straight up Batgirl movie they finished? Like it's done, it was finished and like edited, and they're
That
like,
was a while
and they were
ago.
like, I heard it was really
Yeah,
woke though. It was
yeah. Somebody,
woke. Yeah.
I think the jokes going around where people took one or no, James Gunn out. That was the first news James Gunn had, said he canceled that Batgirl movie. There was a
Okay.
bunch of memes talking about the Gunn took one look at the script and said, "Yikes," and then got it out
Mhm.
of there.
Not surprised Black Adam fought Dwayne Wade, the better Dwayne. I don't know about the way he's handling his children. He looks like Dwayne Wade looks to me like Gabriel Union runs that relationship. I don't know. I don't think I agree. Not that one Dwayne is better than the other one, but The Rock played Maui, so that's my better Dwayne. The actor for Blue Beetle is Miguel from Cobra Kai. I don't know what Cobra Kai is. Blue Beetle actually let me chill. Blue Beetle fans are crazy. Oh, not. Oh, that's for the Gal Gadot thing. I told you guys she could drool in my mouth. DC don't know what they're doing. Shout out to the Rock, the people's eyebrow at the elbow, the Rock, the hierarchy of DC. I remember that shit when he said that shit. DC in the mud, MCU in the mud. Yep, they said that the new Superman movie won't be an original movie. Oh, okay. But I heard they wanted the young Superman at the very least. That's what I heard. So their writing for Henry is not good. Agree. He looks the part, but in movie, I don't know. It's just Hollywood fluff. For me, Glam, we would like to work with you in the future. Just BS. I need the static movie to be made. That was David Zavlav though, the new WBCO who canceled Batwoman. It was putrid.
Okay,
Uh,
well, it wasn't Gunman. I know
oh,
somebody canceled it. So.
okay. Okay, yeah. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know what they're like. I don't know what they're gonna do with Superman. Like, I kind of just gave up on the idea. Like, I think part of it too was like I kind of got Man of Tomorrow. I'm like, I like this movie. Like, I'll take it. Kind of just like moved on. But you want to? I'll show you what triggered me. I'm gonna put it on the screen right now. This is the most.
This
This is the
dropped
most.
today too.
This is the most disrespectful thing I have ever seen in the history of my life. Ruby crossover with Batman with Clark and Bruce. No, 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 no. I don't want to see this shit. I fucking hate Ruby. I hate what Miles, Shaw, or Carrie Luna, whoever the fuck they are. I feel like I always get their names wrong. Like I say like the wrong last name, the wrong first name. Are you guys know how much I hate Nomura? He's worse. They're worse. They are the worst writers I have ever had the displeasure of experiencing. Try to write for a show or write a story. They fucking stink. They don't have the right. They don't have the ability nor the talent. I don't know what's gonna happen here, but this is the most disrespectful shit I have ever seen in my life. And I want they have blood on their hands already. It's not even out yet. I know it's mid, and they're gonna fight me. Yeah, exactly. R.I.P. Monty He's in his grave rolling. If Monty was alive, I'm okay with this. Jesus fuck. I can't like they can't keep getting away with this, bro. They can't keep getting away with this. Stop giving Ruby shit. They don't deserve it. It sucks. That was triggering. All right, I'm sorry, guys. I'm calm again. I had to get off my chest. No, this shit is awful. How dare they? Yeah, I don't know. Static movie definitely gonna be woke. Oh yeah, cause he's black, 100%. I hate saying that though. I really hate that word. I need a new word for it. Well, I understand it's just a placeholder for like, okay, we're gonna be so progressive that we're not. We're regressive, but yeah,
Woke has
they'll be.
always been.
Yeah,
It's
I know.
always been a shitty word.
I had this conversation too. It never even used to mean what it means today. It used to mean that oh, you think
Yeah,
really deeply about stuff. Like oh, he's
it
woke,
means
like
the
he knows the
opposite of what
truth,
it means
right?
now.
Like it's so stupid. It's cooked. What the fuck is this? Yeah, turn it off. Ain't no fucking way. Ruby is garbage. That's insane. Take it off the screen. I'm gonna report it to Twitch. Replay at RP. Monty is rolling. Nah, why Batman look generic as hell? Wait, this is real? I saw it on discussing film. I haven't like, but yeah, I heard. I could check right now to make sure it's 100% real. But yeah, Marvel problem. No idea what to do after the end game. Has all shit writing DC. Can't even get the ground running
We'll
with the
get to
reboot.
Marvel.
Yeah. I thought it was fan made. Nah, I thought I had seen I could have sworn I saw a screw attack and or Rooster Teeth thing that was kind of confirming it, but let me make sure because maybe you guys are right. It's just some random ass thing. Ruby X Justice League is a 7-issue comic book series being published by DC Comics. The first issue, wow, this has been out 2021. I'm late then. So they've already had some. They already had a comic book crossover. Fuck me. Yeah, you want to see the picture? I hate this timeline, bro. It's not it. This is 100% the worst timeline. 100%. Oh boy. All right, let me show you guys. I like this picture though. Like it's well drawn, but Ruby character is not moving me. Look at you Wonder Woman. I don't know if you guys can see now, but it's just me on the screen now. But yeah, so no, it's not. It's very real. They've already had their crossover. It's not raw like it's not like it's raw like TMNT or something. But what can you do? What can you do? Yeah, it's a damn it, Vishnu. Oh God, yeah, that's unfortunate. So Gal Gadot's probably still gonna be around, you said, but she's not playing Wonder Woman,
That's what I've heard. Is
or
that
we're
there was
not getting Wonder Woman 3 specifically.
Yeah, we're not. It might be the same thing as because I agree with somebody. Somebody said the wanting Cavill around thing was just a platitude. I agree with that. I think that's the highest chance. It might still be the same thing with Gal Gadot, but I didn't see it come from Gunn's Twitter account because he's been tweeting about this like
Mm.
openly and actively. He's been talking about it on his own Twitter account.
The truth is with her, I could see them replacing her with a bunch of people that I'd probably be fine
Yeah,
with. I just like what she look. I just like her. So
when I saw no Wonder Woman 3, but they still want her, which is contradictory to what she said
here's a thought back.
on in her little like Instagram, Twitter press release, but
Mm.
I don't know.
Oh man, I s- I agree with what you said with DC cannot get the ground running. They don't like I don't know what they're doing over there. Yeah, it's a leadership problem, and
Here's the thing.
they've had a leadership problem since BVS. I would argue.
Yes, like this solves the leadership problem with Gunn. Here's the thing: if Gunn really wants to be fair, he has to cancel literally everything before. Like you can't
Mm.
continue with Suicide Squad. You can't continue with Shazam. You can't continue with. I mean, you could maybe continue with Shazam, maybe because apparently him and Zachary Levi have a personal relationship as well as Peter Safran. So that's drama alert right there. But I'm not even gonna get into that. You got to cancel everything. Peacemaker's got to go. Fucking Suicide Squad's got to go. There's too much connectivity to all the shit that Snyder has started. You got to get it all out of there. If you're gonna really restart the whole thing, and that's the indication he's giving when he's saying that the Superman movie that he's writing is about a young Superman in Metropolis, like being a reporter. You got to start over completely.
Has Snyder made any comment about anything? Do you know?
Not that I've seen.
And
Although the one person I did see in the industry that did make a comment was Rob Liefeld. That was it.
who's that?
The creator of Deadpool, from like the actual like comic books.
No. What about what's Cyborg? What's his name? Ray? Ray something?
Or Ray Fisher.
Yeah. Do you see anything?
I don't know why. I have
Has
not
he been
seen
mentioned?
anything from
Has he been mentioned for anything? You could
I
like
have not seen anything for that either.
interesting. All right.
I'll do a
As
little
bad
look
as
up right now.
MCU is, DC can't get off the ground. It's because DC got the entire cast. This is DC's last chance. If they fumble after this reboot, they cooked. I kind of think they already are cooked. I just saw. I feel like you might have tweeted it. I have to find it. Someone retweeted it. I saw it, and I'm like, this is actually like kind of what I'm thinking. But
The
this
last
is
tweet from Zack Snyder is a tweet about preserving wolves, which co-signed that, but not really relevant. And that was 6 days ago, so nothing recent. And then Ray Fisher. Let's see.
Monsieur
Nope,
Monsieur
nothing.
Almighty Fisher.
Ray
Fish mix.
Fisher is last thing I've seen Ray Fisher do is post a tweet about beating Elden Ring.
Mm.
Or no, Elden Ring winning fucking game of the year. The last thing
This
I've
is
seen.
from Mr. H Reviews. Nate or Mr. H Reviews. So you have Marvel sucking down the woke agenda and dosing up on copium, then when it fails, and DC just deciding to scrap everything and start fresh after having wasted everyone's time and good faith for years. There's only so much patience the audience has for this crap. Comic book movies are on their way out. It would take something very special to ignite people's interest in DC now that they've seemingly spat in everyone's face. Marvel's already feeling the pinch too. Gunn could have continued the DC EU to a fracture point and then recast or reset, but no. Straight wipe the slate clean. I understand the mindset, but it's a big misstep. And now appears Gunn and Safran are drinking their own Kool Aid. I dread to think of what nonsense they have planned. Fuck off. The part
I
where he
remember.
says they've like messed with people's good faith. You see, in a world that makes sense to me, that's what should happen. Everyone should be like, "Fuck you guys," but it's not going to happen. I absolutely believe Marvel will continue to like somewhat be successful and thrive or whatever the case is and have their fan base and fans who just love it. And the same thing with DC, no matter what they put out. Like
Yeah,
to
I'm
me,
actually familiar.
yeah.
I'm familiar with Mr. H. He I think I first watched him for Gods because he's a Godzilla fan from what I
Oh, he's like
remember.
an actual like known person.
He has
Okay. Okay.
he's a YouTube channel
Okay.
that
Okay.
I
Okay. 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 Okay.
he is a bit right wingish in his opinions about certain things, but
That's
here's
nuts.
the, here's the thing where I
I mean,
disagree
there's
with
nothing
this.
wrong with that inherently.
No, but I'm saying like in terms it's like the skew the take on what's the problem with the films because of
Mhm.
like the woke shit that copium.
Yeah,
If the
yeah,
woke
cause like that's a problem, but like they're just bad though.
that's not the reason why the movies are
No,
bad.
but the point is that like those movies are just not like Marvel doesn't have to try because they have a monopoly on superhero movies. Like they're just not
Yes.
trying. They're just putting out mid. Is it also WOKE? Sure, but like it's just
Yes,
not
it
well
is.
written. That's like the
Yeah.
first and foremost of the problem. I'm with you. I
Yeah,
got
because
you.
like the
I'm tired
ultimate
of
thing
people
with
like only framing like movies and shows with woke and unwoke. Where I'm like,
oh yeah.
so it's a normal movie. You could just said that. You didn't have to say it doesn't have that woke propaganda. Like you could have said that it's a normal movie that doesn't care where you lean politically. It's all you had to say.
Yep.
Go ahead though.
Because I'll say like the ultimate because I've seen this actual tweet floating around. I don't think superhero movies are on the way out at all. That implies to me that the majority of people do not like the products being sold. That's
Yeah,
incorrect.
they just want it to be better.
People are starting to voice grievances.
Mhm.
That's where we're at right now. You have a long way to go before this shit is out of here. Especially with the amount of hype movies like Ant-Man Quantumania and fucking Kang Dynasty are getting from most people. And Guardians of the Galaxy 3, I might add. And even with the new DC stuff, people are still excited for Blue Beetle. And Aquaman 2 is probably still going to sell well, despite all this.
I've heard that Mara like they like just decided to like put her back.
She's
Like
in the movie. From
they're
what I
they're like they're
understand,
like it doesn't make any sense without her, so we're just gonna leave her in there. And I'm like, I
from
don't
what I
know why.
understand, she's in the movie. Her just her role is reduced. I don't know how much, but apparently it's reduced.
Do you think
But
they should
whatever.
just not bother and just keep it the way it was, and then just after that not have
I
her
think it
anymore?
depends.
I think that's
Largely.
probably honestly the better thing to do at this
I
point. I
think
don't
it
know though.
depends largely on how important Mira actually is to the plot line. To be
Fair enough.
honest,
Fair enough. So look,
in a
yeah.
sequel, I'm not sure how relevant she'd really be unless she's just there the entire time with this dude.
Mhm. I am surprised that Gunn is writing the script from that film, though. We'll see. I don't know how these companies make stuff that antagonize the actual fans of these series and look shocked when shit bombs. See, I don't want to get into all that right now because, like, to me, the problem has nothing to do necessarily with comic book industry. This stuff is just prevalent in all media right now because there's an obvious culture war happening. So
It's
they're
acceptance
just
as
people
media.
who will just there's just people like they keep it brief and simple. I find out like politics became pop culture in my opinion, and it became like a blood sport where you just ride for your team, whether or not they're doing right or wrong. You just be like, won't believe matter who red there, dead. Like it don't matter. You just it's woke, it's woke, it's woke, it's woke, and it's like, oh my god, I'm being attacked. Like both sides are being ridiculous all the time for every reason. And I just can't take it. So I don't engage or watch any of this shit. But I hear you, like because I watch and listen to some people who like complain about these things, and it's like I'm tired of turning on a show and it's just like man bad. You're a man. You fucking suck. And you're like, can I just get away from this? And I was like, I kind of hear you, but you pick and choose what it is you want to see at the end of the day. And you see me, I don't watch none of that shit. So I walked by the Wednesday show when my sister was watching it for 4 minutes and said, hell no. What kind of stupid ass alpha shit, Gen Z shit is this? Jay's got his 10-year plan, but I don't know if people are going to be interested in superheroes movies for that long. I'm definitely not. It was stated that they're trying to incorporate Patterson's Batman and Guns universe and intermingle with other heroes. I don't know how
Gunn
that would
debunked
be
that himself.
done since Matt Reeves wants to go to the Dark Knight trilogy route. How Batman's secluded and isolated from other heroes. Yeah, I think that's been debunked.
Yeah,
Make
Gunn
Lobo rated
personally said
R or don't make the movie at all. The main man's gonna be rated R probably. I actually think I agree with that. Both of the big two got their Coomer fans. These projects are expensive, and the reliance of streaming service not bringing in money is becoming a problem. Diminishing returns are hitting hard. I did hear they're like losing like billions of dollars though, so maybe their bottom line being affected is what finally pushed them to actually like, okay,
yeah,
we gotta
because
like
I've seen
fire and
reports that
restructure. Yeah.
Marvel's already said that they're going to indicate a change because they literally I've seen multiple reports saying that Marvel said we've seen dissatisfaction with the movies. We're going to stop putting as many out. We're going to make ones of more quality, is what they said. Whatever that means, because
Mhm.
MCU in its totality hasn't been good, at least in my opinion. But it's not the
I
position
think me
position that
and
they're
you
going
have been like one of the few people who are like from its inception. It's not to say that they didn't do something incredible by making a comic book universe, but I have not loved every movie from the first phase and the second phase and the third phase. It didn't start now for me. For most people, I find that they're like, "Oh, now I'm having issues with some of these movies or shows." Where I'm like, from the first phase, like I don't like I don't like any Thor movie. They all stink to me, you know. So yeah. People want good stories and for it to be something different than the norm. Disney Plus lost 1.5 billion, and a lot of their premiere shows are Disney Plus or Marvel. Actually, I think I saw reports like that. The problem that happens a lot of times is like I always see conflicting reports because if like Thor: Love and Thunder, I saw was like not doing great or something, but then like how they like to like twist language to like make something that sound good, but really it's not. I'm trying to think of an example that I could think of on the top of my head, but it'll be something like fuck. I can't think of an example right now, but where I'm like, oh, see, like this entire section is defending that it actually did really well because if you actually look at it from the watch time, it has a lot of watch time. I'm like, your first episode's an hour and a half. Like that fooled somebody. Not me though. I'm not stupid. I could read and I could think. So I do think sometimes people like read certain reports and they get like the wrong idea because they got so tricky with how they word things. But people are hyped for Kang. Ain't no fucking Kang. But he's coming. I didn't know that. No, I'm not hyped for that. you have to understand that most normies are just consumed without thinking much. Yeah, he's right. Politics became
Yeah,
it became a gang now. Absolutely, men
you
equal
could.
retarded when watching a show or movie. You got to give MCU credit, despite some of their fumbles. Frequency never strayed from the plan. DC adjusted plan on box office bus. They're not pushing through. I think they're live for the glass ceiling. I can agree with that. I don't hate like the MCU. My point was, I think my point was not that they're like bad or anything. My point was like for the first three phases, generally speaking, when I spoke to people, they liked at least 80% of the movies, where I was always in that like 50 to 60 percentile. Did
I
I?
said it
I didn't.
before. It's just people accepting mediocrity.
Yeah,
That's all it is.
I love Winter Soldier. That's one of the greatest superhero
Great
movies
movie.
I have ever seen, and the best MCU film, in my opinion.
Yep,
You know, I actually like Iron Man 1. I think the
I agree.
first Avengers is super dope. Not so much 2. I like Infinity War. I don't. I would have to watch Endgame again to see if it's a bad movie. I could tell you I didn't enjoy it. I didn't like Civil War. Um, I don't like Doctor Strange. Like 2. Like I just there's a lot of ones I just didn't like. Like that's just how I am. You know, I don't care what other people think more often than not. I didn't like some of that stuff. So
We also didn't. You didn't see that they're fucking gassing up Kang to be the second Thanos for them.
that's fucking crazy to me. That's
Like he's
crazy to
already
me.
been in. He was in. I think he was in Loki, and now he's gonna be the main villain in Ant Man or Ant Man 3, and then he's gonna
Mm,
have his own fucking Avengers. He's like in 2 Avengers films because I know
mm.
that they wanted.
Yes,
As soon as
Breezy
I
Bird.
saw,
That's what it was. Sorry, they said Love and Thunder was a success because they didn't have like the China and like Russia markets. So it's like if you think about it, it's like you lost money, bro. Cut it out. Sorry, go ahead.
yeah, no, I was saying like I saw Secret Wars as in the mix too. That automatically is a red
Mm.
flag to me because I don't care what anybody says. There is not a single variation of Secret Wars, comics or otherwise, that is good. I don't care what anybody fucking says. All that shit is just crossover nonsense. There was no actual good writing involved.
Agreed. Oh
But can't
man.
like Kang. I don't know. Kang is
Mm.
honest to God. I'd rather you bring back Ultron from Age of Ultron and make that work. Like
I
seriously.
hear you. You got to multiple reports to conclude that Thor didn't reach his target of the problem with me wasn't that like I would usually would do that. I wasn't like oh my god did Thor tank? I didn't care, so I just didn't look that. I just whatever I absorb passively is like what I absorbed. Like I didn't look or like I looked for like how much money it made. The only one that I kind of looked at was I felt like two of my friends were kind of capping about it was the Ring a Ling a Ding Dong. So I checked to see if like if it was true that they were actually like blocking reviews and stuff and like anything like that. No China, giant red flag. You need that China money, bro. That's the gold market, bro. Change that shit so he could play it in China. Warner Brothers execs think The Rock and his team purposely leaked a financial sheet with misleading stats to Deadline to make it seem like Black Adam was a financial success. That's crazy. You know what? I think he's too personally attached to the result of that movie because was hadn't he been campaigning to be like Black Adam for like at least a decade almost, or no?
Huh?
The Rock wasn't he campaigning for himself to be the Black Adam for a long time? I think he's too personally attached
Yeah,
to the
yeah, he
result of
was.
that movie because as a result. Because I remember
He-
Tyrese wanted to be like
Green Lantern.
John
He wanted to be
Stewart
John
for
Stewart.
quite some
Yeah,
time. And I'm
yeah.
just like, no, stop it. Winter Soldier so much
Fucking
gas. The Rock denied him. Yeah, we talked about the Shazam stuff. Toxic Max. The Rock has too much ego.
for
I hate
anybody
it. Red
that
Iron's
cares
kicking my
about
ass. Am I
Cavill,
ready? I don't even know who's Red Iron. Are you playing Elden Ring? Yeah, I'm not the only one who didn't like Civil War. Hold on. Let's one thing. Marvel and DC aren't failing like Amazon's Lord of the Rings. Fair enough. Kang is the next Star's Holly and serious. Get good. They should have done Doom. They're not. They can't handle Doom. I'm tired of them. I'm literally just trying to see Armor Wars. I don't like Cheeto. After that, I'm done out of the MCU. Rings of Mid. I'm the ultimate hater for it. He casted like 10 years ago. He was cast like 10 years ago. He was planning to put his boot on the throat of DC Universe. Yeah, I don't know. Elden Lean. All right, sorry. I'm caught up now. Yeah, they're in the mud. I don't know what they're doing.
for
And
anybody that actually
I
cares
think
about Cavill,
Marvel could recover. Honestly, like
yes, they can.
ultimately they'll probably be fine. All weirdly enough, DC is the one. Like DC has to figure out what its identity wants to be. Do you want to just be
This
another Marvel with DC characters? Or are you going to like be more serious and darker?
this this Superman movie Gunn is writing has to be an absolute fucking banger if they have any chance. Like seriously, it has to be one of
Are
the
they
best
using
superhero
Superman as
movies
the
of all
launching
time.
pad for his universe again, or Batman?
From what I can understand, it's Superman. because that's the first one that because the tweet that he said is that he and Safran had a whole slate ready to go that they're going to announce at the beginning of next year. But he already is throwing teasers out about Superman. So I'm assuming it's the first thing.
You know what? All things a good idea. All things considered. Shut up and put your head down to the grind. Put your nose to the grindstone. Just shut up. Don't
Apparently,
hype
he's been
nothing.
writing it for a
Don't just
while.
go in the workshop and create something great. Stop talking. I don't want to hear no talking. This is like fucking older editor. Shut the fuck up over there. Get in the workshop and make something good and stop. Oh, the fucking this shit made me cry. Or no, not Tagashi's editor. Sorry, some shit made me cry. But like,
We cried at
shut
Scabbard's
shut the
throat.
fuck up over there. Go make something good. I'm tired of hearing y'all talk.
The only other thing I saw Gunn say is that he's been writing this for quote unquote a while, whatever that means. And by the way, this is a complete side note, but as of an hour ago, Amazon announced that Cavill's going to be an executive producer and starring in a Warhammer 40K series on Amazon. So I guess he found his next job.
They said y'all don't want him. Yo, snatch him up.
And this is also, if that's true and does happen, which I'm skeptical about because Games Workshop doesn't fucking commit to anything. Cavill is probably a bigger fan of Warhammer 40K than anything else in his life because I know that this man is an avid Adeptus Custodes painter and gamer with this type of shit. So this is bigger for him than either Witcher or Superman. So good W for him, I guess, if it actually happens.
I feel it. What did y'all think of the Batman movie? If y'all watched it? You talking about the Matt Reeves one? Incredible. What a great movie.
Nye and I both liked it. Both liked it a lot.
That's at minimum of 8.
Yeah.
So shout that movie, bro. That movie was great. I actually have at this point I've seen it at least 10 times. Honestly, I've seen it at least 10 times.
I need to watch it again. I had a temptation to watch it again recently.
One of my friends is a super Batman fan. One time I went there and we watched it twice. I don't know why. We just did. We just watched it twice. Granted, the second time we were playing Rivals while it was on, but still, and then when I can like put the straw hat on and get it myself, I definitely watched it just to kind of like let me see like my own focus and just kind of see. Then I watched it twice in theater, so a couple times, so a few more times I'd seen it. So I think at this point I've seen it at least like maybe not 10 times, maybe 8 to 10.
I think I've seen it 3 times. I think
so. Yeah. Now Oda's editor ain't getting out of this. He hyped Wano. Oda's editor has blood on his hands. I'm done with work with it. Rodon dies tomorrow. All right, man. Go get good. Go train. So, do you think Joker 2 is unnecessarily? I personally think so. I did see a Joker 2 announcement. So here's like the best way that I could explain it for me, and I'll speak for myself. I don't dislike that movie. I don't think it's a bad film. I would never watch it again. I don't think it's fun or exciting. It doesn't speak to me. Now, I thought Joker was supposed to be its own standalone thing with no connection to the wider universe, and the only reason that I can probably see a sequel is to open that possibility. Not even to say do it, but just keep it as a possibility. I have no idea if they announced what they want to. What's the name? Joaquin Phoenix, something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know what they want to do with him. I don't know if they want to actually make like a almost like a Joker villain trilogy the same way we make a Batman one or something. I don't know what they have to, but I'm with you. Like I have no interest in that, personally speaking. Most people I know really love that movie and fuck with it, so I'm happy for y'all. I will not be watching. I'm good. That's not moving me. I need the next Matt Reeves movie. That's probably that's the one thing I care about. There's another thing I care about that's on screen. We'll get to it, dude. But I want to end with it because it's happy news. So we have to end with it. So yeah, Lady Gaga is playing Harley. That's that's not what that doesn't like seem nonsensical to me. But I actually I don't know if I heard she was in something called House of Gucci. I don't know if I've seen her act.
Yes.
So I don't know if she's a good actor or a bad actor or at least mediocre. But like
She was
she's
also
always
in.
she always dresses up in like weird shit. So like I can kind of see it.
She was also in a movie with Bradley Cooper, which I think was very well critically received.
Bradley Cooper.
He plays Rocket Raccoon.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I think she was. Yeah, she was in a movie with him, which I think was like very highly rated. So I think she's actually a good actress. I'm not gonna say amazing from what I've heard, which is just
Mm.
good. And I knew that she
You
was
know who
gonna
was
be
a
in.
good, sorry, a surprisingly good voice for Harley that I liked was Kaylee Kuko. I liked her. I like
Yeah, from
for
animated.
the Harley Quinn show
Yeah.
cartoon. I should I was like I don't know about this, and I heard like no, she sounds fine. Sorry, keep going.
No, wasn't that's it? Because I
Okay.
also saw the screenshot of like her and fucking Joaquin dancing together or some shit like that. I think Joker 2 is supposed to be like a musical or semi musical, from what I
Oh,
understand. But whatever.
oh. If you want, that's the best way to kill my interest. A musical. I'm not watching that shit. If it's not a Disney movie, don't sing to me. Don't
No,
fucking sing.
they're gonna fucking dance and sing while they're murdering people. It's fine, man.
No, thank you. I don't want that. This is One Piece film right over again. I don't want that shit. I'm traumatized from that bitch ass movie.
But Uta's the
No,
goat
she's fucking not. She's
and
fucking awful.
voiced by a VTuber in the dub.
No, who cares? I've never watched a VTuber. That shit is weird as hell to me. I'm not into that. I'm not knocking anybody who is. That's just not my thing. Am I ever gonna watch cats with the buttholes? Fuck no. Butthole cats? No, I'm good, bro. A
The
Star
Taylor
Wars.
Swift one?
You said Taylor Swift?
Wasn't she in that movie?
I didn't know that.
I could have fucking sworn she was in Cats.
I have no idea. Nah, you don't want to see the next MCU movie, Marvel, which is also a musical. What's the next movie? What's the last one that came out? Thor?
Yeah. No. Black Panther.
Oh, you're right. No condom forever. Cool Khan.
Next one is fucking.
Namor.
God, fuck,
Cool Khan.
fucking hate you. Call me Namor. My
Ah.
name is Namor. But I think the next one is either Guardians 3 or Ant Man. I don't know which one it is.
You know, Ant Man movies have been pretty inoffensive to me. Like, I don't love them or anything, but I'm like, that's fine.
Yeah,
Both of them are like literally pretty like fine to me. That makes sense. Like, I was like, I'm not mad.
yeah.
So,
I think
you
every
think
movie I go in, I'm like, I'd rather see Hank Pym than Scott Lang. That's the most criticisms I have.
fair? You think this Flashpoint film about the flop with Ezra Miller
Oh,
controversy and gun
fuck.
like they left their rights so probably peeved, especially the Snyder fans. As a Snyder, like I would say I'm like Snyder positive, unless I don't know if I'm a fan. But I've never had beef with Snyder the way other people did. Um, I could see that fan base being like, you motherfucker. I could see them. They're pretty rabid. The Ezra Miller
Flash
thing was
fans are
cooked from
fucking
so long.
crazy.
I don't even know if I want to see this movie. Like from is a concept still Michael Keaton Batman multi like that's just never it just didn't move me from the
As
concept.
far as I'm aware, that's still what it is.
Yeah, I don't think I care. Naya, don't try VTubers. I know warning you multiple people will cook you. Why? Because I don't care about them. Can they beat my ass though?
No, they're just fucking the normal ones. Because I've actually peeped a couple. The normal ones are either white or Asian women that just don't feel
They can't
comfortable
beat
showing
my
their.
fucking ass. Fuck
Yeah,
VTubers.
they're just fucking. We're playing games. We're embarrassed about showing our faces, even though we look basically normal and we act normal, and that's about it. That's
More.
from the normal ones that I've seen. That's about it. These are ones that do not have furry avatars. I might add.
They said
Those are the weird ones.
Ezra Miller played multiple versions of himself. Ezra Miller is fucking Eobard Thawne, dog. What the fuck is wrong with him?
He is literally Reverse Flash.
Like,
Bro, I don't think people will remember that. He disappeared off the face of the earth for a while.
how does
People
he and Amber Heard get a movie, but Henry Cavill is out of here? What is going on, bro? Why do I live in a South Park episode? Everything's backwards. I'm so fucking tired of this. What's going on? Oh, next one's Ant-Man 3, Ant-Man next. Namor. Yes. Snyder
Lord.
positive is a crazy ass line. Is that a new disease? My point is, like, I think he's messed up a lot of things, and there's a lot of things he's done that I'm like, that's not moving me. But like, I don't hate him the way that I think people go way too hard on him for certain things. But I do think that his like defenders suck the fucking teeth of him in a ways that I'm like, this is
Exactly.
scary.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you could just be
What's
normal.
it
Like I
called?
like Snyder. You can be normal. You don't have to be on either side of the spectrum like that far. You don't have to do that.
I agree.
You guys know me, man. I'll be even killed more often than not. So yeah, I'm gonna commit a crime, beat up a VTuber. That's crazy. He terrorizing Florida. He rewrote a timeline to get a movie. He also like was like in Hawaii terrorizing the citizens. Like he's actually a villain.
Yep.
Like he's got to
And
get
all,
the
didn't he get caught in like Connecticut, fucking trying to steal alcohol from some person's house?
I don't know. I heard that he's also had like before he kind of got that flash initially. He had some unhinged moments and whatnot. What are you talking about? We're talking about like Marvel, DC comic stuff, some of the recent news and announcements, stuff like that. So right now we're talking
Oh, we
about
should
like
also say
DC
because
fucking up.
we didn't cover this when it came out. R.I.P. Kevin Conroy. You will be
Oh
missed.
yeah, you know what? Maybe when we were watching the Game Awards when
Yep.
they showed us the new Rocks. Not, was it, I think it was Rocksteady, but I think it's the one who played Arkham. I always fuck it up, but I think Gotham Knights is the Warner Brothers Montreal game, and then the Kill the Justice League or whatever. That's the one that's supposed to take place in the Arkham universe. I could be wrong. I don't remember exactly. I might
Yeah,
have to
no, that is true.
Okay, all right. So at the very end when he's like I am Batman and it like says RP, like I was like fuck bro, that hurt. That's
Yep.
that the last thing he's ever voice acting in? Like if it
Yeah,
is,
as far as
I
I'm
like
aware for the
I had
character.
no interest in that game, but for Kevin Conroy, I'd buy it just so I have the last thing he voice
I
acted in.
don't I don't know if I'll buy it, but I'll definitely I don't even I hate the concept of that game. That's my problem. But
That's
like
you're like you mean you're on the same page. I don't like that's not moving me. That's not interesting. I don't like
like
this.
fucking Deadshot and three frauds beating a single member of the Justice League, let alone them being controlled and killing people with Brainiac in their head. No. No. But every scene that any Justice League member is in, especially the Batman ones, I am looking up on YouTube. 1000%. I'm doing that.
Mhm.
Well, you lost the voice of an entire generation of this character and still the best total actor for Batman I've ever seen. It doesn't matter if it's animated or live action. It's not even close.
Yeah, man.
I don't think it's ever going to be replicated by anybody that isn't Conroy ever again.
It's
It's going to be
funny
the same
because
thing as
it's funny
when
because
Hamill
anytime
died.
I hear his voice, yeah, when I hear when I hear a voice that's not him, I'm upset every time.
Yep. It's
I
going to
can
be
be
the
like,
same thing.
by the end of it, like, all right, you know what? Like, all things considered, he wasn't bad, but like, I've always think to myself, that's not Conroy.
Yep.
Because I think Troy Baker has done some work on him. There's a couple of people too. I'm like, they're not bad. Like, there's
Yeah.
the one that I think I've always said it. The one that I've always liked, even though this is like a weird version of the Batman that we know from the Gods and Monsters one. Remember, Wonder Woman's like a new god. Superman is Zod's son.
It was when
And
he's
and
Kirk
Batman's
Langstrom. Yeah.
Man Bat is it Langstorm? Damn, damn.
Langstrom. Yep.
I'm getting so fucking bad with names. I forgot Victor's last name like 3 days ago. I'm like fries. I said fries, bro.
Fries. I'm crying.
I said it's like freeze. I'm like, yeah. What's wrong with me? I don't know what's happening with my brain, but Michael C. Hall, I think is his name. It's the guy who plays Dexter, the like serial killer murderer show.
Yep.
With Surprise, motherfucker. That show.
Yep.
He was great. I thought he was great. That's the only time I've ever been like, this was fucking awesome. And
I
it wasn't
also
Kevin
like
Conroy.
Bruce Greenwood voices him in Under the Red Hood and Young Justice. That's that's probably the second best one I've ever seen.
Oddly enough,
Personally.
the Young Justice one's not coming to me, but Under the Red Hood, I think I was fine with that. So
Yeah. It's like there's one I always remember the scene when he's talking about why
so
doesn't he kill the
behind the Young Justice.
Joker.
Fuck me. Sorry.
I always remember the scene when he's talking about why he doesn't kill the Joker, and he says, "God Almighty, I think about killing him every day." I always remember that speech,
Yeah.
and it's.
So
I think the same effect's going to happen with Conroy's death is going to hit the same way. Whenever Mark Hamill goes, it's going to hit even worse
for the
because
Joker,
you're losing the definitive Joker and Luke Skywalker at the same time. It's like, damn, bro.
Yeah. So it is what it is, though. Glam told me he wants to be a cute anime guy. I don't hate him. It seemed nice. As a director, DC was a mistake. He was throwing furniture around strangers, brainwashing random fans. He does love pretty anime boys. R.I.P. Kevin. I'm talking about how crazy Snyder times are. I mean, not kind of, but they're not. Yeah, they are crazy. They go hard for him. I mean, all like they literally we got the Snyder cut. Like that. I still think that's crazy. Like I can't believe I got to see something like kind of see the movie that I wanted to see the first time in 2017. So
Yep.
He's actually the Reverse Flash. He was literally grooming some peak Reverse Flash shit. He's tweaking. He really got to go. R.I.P. Kevin Man in Orlando. I never got to meet Kevin Conroy. I got to meet Sam at a convention. I say meet him, but like I walked by him and like I said hi and he like waved back at us and then like that. So that's really what I meant.
Yeah, because I know Conroy was really big into going to cons,
Yeah,
like a
yeah.
lot of cons too.
What year did that Justice League movie with Jessica Cruz come out? I think it's around that, like a
I
year
haven't watched
before.
that one because
Okay, it's
don't
like
they fight the Fatal Five in that?
yes, but it's actually a good movie. It's good. It's good.
I haven't watched it. I meant to watch it, but I need to because I like Jessica.
Mm, yeah, it's good. I gotta watch the original anime series. Could he actually sing? Kevin Conroy? Could he sing well? I don't know. I don't know if I've
Yeah.
ever heard him
Well,
sing.
you remember the episode in Unlimited? I'm blue. Come on, man.
That's him.
Yeah.
Sometimes when people sing, they someone else sings for them. So I don't always know. I don't know if
No,
I
that's
did. Fair enough though. Fair enough. James Gunn tweeted the foot from Kingdom Come, and I'm hoping this leads to an animated movies miniseries. I've always said I want to see Kingdom Come animated. I'd be interested. Wish we explored more of the Gods and Monsters universe. Yo, Gods and Monsters is actually still my favorite DC animated movie. So I hear you. Like, it was interesting. I really thought it was intriguing in its own right. I would like it too, but it's okay. I get it. I think they had what the 3 episodes, the movie, and the 3 issues of comics. I don't know if they did anything after that. I haven't checked. So beware, Mr. Fry and his Fry Ray. See, that's dangerous, yo. I do pray that day is far away. Slight tangent, but did you know Studio Mirror's animated lookism? Really? No, I didn't know Studio Mirror was doing that. I know I heard lookism was something. That's interesting. I'm gonna have to check it out then. Studio Mirror is supposed to make Koji. I'm still waiting for Koji. I have to go check out what's going on with them. Also Noble, the actor, Fringe, and Nemo are both gone. Yeah. Yeah. Dude, the Snyder cut wasn't that anything special. It's definitely an improvement to the theatrical release, but it's not the greatest superhero movie. It's my favorite. I don't tell people what to think about anything. If you don't like it, you don't like it. I don't have a problem with Snyder. I don't dislike his trilogy. I think it has a lot of missteps and mistakes, but I definitely love the Snyder cut. Like
I think when
I
we
I
watched it, we were
watched it
like,
like 3 times the day it came out. I remember. I spent the whole day
yeah.
watching it. I
I think
remember I watched
when
it with my girlfriend and everything. We all had a great time. No one
I
did
think
I. So go ahead.
I think when we talked about it, I think we were like 7 out of 10 for it, and I think that's what we said at max. What it was.
No, not me. I give it 8.
Okay.
I give it 8.
Okay. Yeah, I gave it a 7. It's not
Um,
like it's not the second coming of Christ, but I don't
I
think
know that's
it's
I know,
drastic.
but I always think if that was the version, something akin we got to in 2017, maybe we wouldn't be here today,
Drastic improvement
right?
over
Because even we were just from Steppenwolf's like initial introduction and stuff, like
best thing in the
wow,
ing.
this
I will
this is
maintain
this
this
thing
to the
is
day
so,
I
you know they're
die.
like, oh, Ray Fisher's the heart of the movie, like he's actually the heart of the movie, like he was
Yep.
not the heart of the movie in the original version.
I'll maintain this till the day I die. Steppenwolf is the best thing in the Snyder Cut. It's not even close. Fucking love that. I love his portrayal in
And
that
he
movie.
was a
I never
he
thought.
was and we always say that that was the greatest throwaway villain I ever
Yep.
seen in
I
terms of
never thought I'd
powerful
say that
enough
about
to
Steppenwolf.
threaten the planet and whatnot, and you could get a pretty decent plot line with him, but you're
Yep.
not losing some great pantheon villain for like Superman or Justice League. Like
Yep.
it was such a good fucking choice. I'm with you on that for the most part. I'm with you on that.
Like I never thought I'd be saying about Steppenwolf in my
Mhm.
life, but it is what it is.
Yep. Shout out to El Pantheon. Shout out to El Pantheon. Oh man. I met Kev kind of a few years ago at a convention. I got some memorabilia. That's dope. I wish I got the chance to meet him. I've been in more in close proximity with Hamill once at a convention. He was there. I know I like saw when he walked in and I saw people going crazy, but I never like I was doing something at the time. I was working at the EB booth, so I never got a chance to like I guess go over there. But did you watch the Batman episodes with the musical when he sings Conrad as every Batman, including the one in the musical chamber? Batman Brand doesn't leak. No, I remember the episode that he said it, but like there's times where like I'd watch a character start singing and go, "Oh, that's obviously not them anymore," or I'll look in the credits and say when the character was singing, someone else was doing it. I guess I just didn't realize when I was younger that Kevin Conroy was the one that was literally singing himself. I just probably just didn't realize. So Snyder cut greater than Justice League Spark Notes version. Yeah, I think most people will at least admit it's better than. Is it Josh Whedon? That's his name.
Yeah.
Yeah, so hey, at least you're saying your opinion in a calm and civil way, unlike Twitter. Oh yeah, Twitter is the worst place for that. Because one thing about me, is I'll just tell you what I think straight up and how I feel straight up, and it's just like I can't control how you think or feel about it. I'll just give you my perspective. And like more often than not, I'm the one who's hardest on the things that I love. So I'll point out every flaw that I see, especially if I like it. If I don't care about it, I probably won't be because I never ever 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 was like Snyder is perfect. Everything he does is the greatest, and Warner really fucked him over. And blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I don't know, some mistakes he made there. That scene with in Man of Steel with is his name Kevin Costner? What's his name? The actor that
Yeah,
plays Pa
it's
Kent.
Kevin Costner.
That's the worst. That's one of the worst scenes. I hate that scene so fucking much because it does not teach Superman a lesson that like he could have saved his dad without anyone seeing. He could have clapped away the tornado. Could have a million things. His dad's like, no, let me die. Like what? That's just ass. And I don't like Amy Adams as Lois. I don't like it. I'm sorry.
Jesse Eisenberg as Luthor was always a questionable choice.
Good with him.
I don't know. Like he's a good. My thing is like you put Jesse Eisenberg in a shitty position because Jesse Eisenberg is a good actor, but Lex Luthor is
Yeah,
not the character for him.
no, it's not. Yeah, there was like I had so many issues, and like I always said, Batman v Superman. I like the extended cut a lot better than the theatrical version, but that movie spends so much time trying to set up other shit. It stops being its own movie. It
Yep.
forgets to be like a present time movie because like look at this, ooh the secret files, ooh the Flash when will we meet the like I'm like bro focus. The movie has no focus. He's so horny. Injustice, Superman coming down. I'm like, dog, there's so much shit. Like, I can follow this because I'm a comic book fan. I'm not lost. Regular people are like, bro, there's like 60 different things happening at the same time, bro. What's good? So yeah. First time I heard of Justice League, I almost pissed myself. Yes, I remember that. What is civil about Twitter? Nothing. Nothing. Crazy how Josh Whedon cut out Steppenwolf biting the Amazons. What was he cooking? I don't fucking know.
Facts.
Yeah. That tornado shit was funny. Means a good villain show. Why? Yeah, I let my dad die. Like what? What does that teach him?
It's so wild about Man of Steel because you have that scene, which is awful.
Mm.
But then you have, in my opinion, the greatest live action Superman scene of all time when this
When he
dude puts on
flies.
the suit and
Yeah.
flies for the first time. And
Yeah.
Jor-El's spitting in the background the whole time. You will give the people on Earth an ideal to strive towards. Goaded!
They
What are
will
we talking
stumble.
about?
They will
They will
fall.
fall.
But eventually, I think
But,
he said they will follow you in the sun. I said,
but in time, they will
they'll
join
join
you in the
you in the
sun,
sun.
pal.
Yeah.
And they will help you accomplish wonders.
You know what I've
Come
always said? You know what's really weird too though? Like his opening quarter for like I think all his movies are always insane, and then there's just this
Yep.
huge drop off. Like what
Yep.
happened? You open that quarter with 20 points, and maybe he might not score again until the fourth. I'm gonna drop like 4 in the fourth. Like
It
it's
also helped that Hans Zimmer was fucking hooping
yes, he
on the
was.
score for that
Even
movie.
XL
Oh,
Junkie and him when they combined for one soundtrack, they were going crazy.
yep.
Cause that
The Wonder Woman theme.
one still goes stupid. So because I didn't like that. That you what they did was not moving me.
Yeah, that
That
was
was
not
not-
okay. But when I heard that dung 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 dung, when Diana pulled up with that shit in
yeah.
BVS, oh my god, oh my god,
Yep. Yep. Came to hate on
that's
Marvel,
Wonder
DC's a dead
Woman.
horse.
Oh my god.
Come join the hatred, bro. Come join the party. Jesse Eisenberg was the most fun of the entire movie. Personally, he's a weird Lex, but he is fun. I kind of agree with that. It's just like I don't know who you're supposed to be. It's not Lex, but I'm not like not having a good time. Cause he'd bar up that like one senator or congresswoman, and then like I'm like he's kind of has some bars, but like who is this supposed to be? You know?
It's kind of I kind of view it as like it's a less good version of what I look at for Heath Ledger's Joker. I'm like this is a good well, it's different because Heath Ledger's performance in Dark Knight incredible, but that's not Joker. That's the way I kind of look at it. Where Eisenberg's
That's
performance, I'm like
fair.
this is cool. I'm like this is cool, but that's not Lex Luthor.
Yeah.
It's different, varying levels though, because Heath Ledger was fucking.
Mm.
Oh my god, that man acted out of his mind in that movie, but that's still not Joker.
Who's a character that hasn't appeared in live action that you would love to see in the big screen? I think the problem that I tend to have is I'm also of two minds. There's characters that I've seen that I don't think have been done the justice they deserve,
That's me.
so I want them to get that proper shine before we move on to something else. But I don't think I don't think there is any Lobo live actions. I'm actually interested in that. I like to see that. I like the main man.
If if we're talking about ones that haven't done well that I want to see, it's Hal Jordan. Let's give Green Lantern another
Yeah,
chance.
and like Sinestro, I want to see like actually in a
Oh,
movie be
here's the
like
thing.
I
I think
need that.
Mark Strong casted as Sinestro in that movie was fantastic casting. Like
Yeah.
that was to a T Sinestro.
That was like the least offensive thing about that film.
Yeah, Max.
Sinestro, like Dark Side is like we see him a little bit, but like I just want Dark Side someone I've always really wanted to see.
I'll say the
Great.
same thing here too. From what I've even seen from clips, Pierce Brosnan does a good job, but uh, that is not Doctor Fate. It's like getting packed up by Sabak, bro. Get the fuck out
At least he didn't die to icicle. Smallville was disrespectful as fuck. Icicle?
Smallville. I don't understand what this. There's
you,
this
you
weird
know
trend.
I love that show from top to bottom. It's my goat, but
Bro.
geez, sometimes I'm like, what were you cooking? what?
I don't know what this trend in the modern era is of making Dr. Fate get packed up by people with like he gets packed up in Injustice 2 by Brainiac in one shot. I'm like, what are we doing? This man has fought the Spectre. What are we doing?
Nah, he ain't no Lord of Order, bro.
God.
I forget when BF's announced for May 4th, 2016, and fake Feige announced Civil War on the same date, and Warner Brothers backed off and chose to release BVS earlier. Shows how confident they were in BVS. I think it did happen. That sounds familiar. That sounds familiar. Oh, by the way, another one I've always wanted to see done properly is obviously Victor Von Doom from Marvel. Boy, I would like. Do you know? Do you
Getting Fantastic
can you
Four done
remember when
properly.
you fell in love with Doom? For me, it was really multiple Ultimate Alliance one, and then I kind of transitioned to some Jonathan
There
Hickman
was
stuff
Ultimate Alliance
eventually.
1 is a good shout,
But
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 there's
that was it for me. I'm like, bro, we took
there's
Odin's. Oh, he's different. I said he's different.
there was a specific voice that in one like animated show that I can't remember what it was ever from, but I always remember that voice. But in
Mhm.
terms of performances, there's one episode in Avengers X Mighty Heroes where it's called I think it's like the first episode of like season 2 or something. And it's oh my god, I remember I need to look up the title of this episode.
Mhm.
But it's a Fantastic Four crossover episode with the cast. And Doom captures Invisible Woman and the Wasps to see which one of them are Skrulls or not. And the entire episode, he is composed. He is nonplussed about anything that is going on around him, doesn't give a fuck. And as soon as he gets what he wants, he said, "You all can leave now. Latveria's sovereign territory. Get the hell out of my country." Uh, what the fuck was this episode called? I'm gonna find. Oh no, it was called "The Private War of Doctor Doom." Was the name of the episode. I don't like.
I'm a,
There's one specific scene I remember where Hulk punches him flat in the face. He takes the hit, stands back up again like nothing happened, hits Hulk once, and Hulk is out of the castle flying. Oh, like this brother's different. He is
he's.
different.
I love him so much, bro. He's so
And I
sick.
think, like, if you read a lot of more modern Fantastic Four, there's a trend nowadays where I don't like how they make him literally the most broken man to ever exist. Like,
Mhm.
it's a little bit overboard at times, but there are lots of good runs where they show, like, this dude is second smartest guy on the planet, technologically as savvy as Tony is, and is easily a top 5 sorcerer among human beings on
Yep.
the planet. Like, he is
Magic and science, baby.
the GOAT villain of Marvel. And I can't believe I live in a world where a character named Doctor Doom is a man I put the acronym GOAT next
MF
to.
Doom.
But it's just he's different. The
Mhm.
man is different. It's like I view Doom for Marvel is the same way I look at Darkseid in DC. There will be nobody else like the two of them.
I kind of agree with
They're
that.
like
Like
fucking
when
Doom.
they command
Yes.
attention when they're on screen. Like
Anti
you
life
listen and you
equation.
watch. Yep.
Anti life equation versus I am the rightful ruler of this planet because I know that it would succeed under me because I've gone through all these fucking timelines. It's like, nah,
Yep.
they're different.
You will now feel the wrath of my Omega beams, Kryptonian.
Ooh.
It's like, bro, he's so
Just
calm.
fucking, I have willed it, for I am dark side. Because they had that same. It's, you know what it is? They both fucking speak in the third person, and it's raw.
Yep, Smallville did Jonathan That's better. Smallville did it perfect, especially well, I'll say it did it really well for that shows too because of how the beginning of Smallville has so much of the father and son relationships and how the teachings of the father are kind of passed on to the son. You see it a lot with Lex and Lionel, and you see it with Jonathan and Clark. And the fact that his what he did, and ultimately Jonathan's heart giving out was something that he thought he saw as his fault, and he couldn't just be like, I'll heat vision his heart back together. He couldn't stop it. He couldn't stop it at all. So when that happened, it teaches him that even though you are all powerful here, you are not a god. You cannot stop everyone from dying. He could have saved his dad in Man of Steel. That shit is trash. No, I'm not trying to see that. So yeah. See the Krypton were fire. Facts. Now what the fuck? I'm crying. I'll let my dad die. What is that? Was that T status? No. Smallville hit and miss, but it has really good stuff too. But Smallville's still my favorite, but it's not. And it's not perfect. And season 8 is still mid. Hans Zimmer is the
Also, say
one.
for a character that hasn't been done yet, because I didn't actually get to say this. For DC, I would like to see a properly done version of Red Tornado on the big screen. Because if you can nail that, you can. That's a Pinocchio archetype if you can do it well,
Mhm.
and that gets to a lot of people.
Are you trying to see Booster Gold? I think I would
No, not
actually, I actually would like to see a Booster Gold movie. I'm not gonna hold you.
Marvel.
That's my like weird one. Booster Gold. I'd like to see one.
I don't know, man. I need the
Hey
MCU to
Skeets,
die.
he come up
before
with
I
the he
consider
come from the future. He did. Oh come on, now it might be fun.
No, from Marvel, like I
I
need
guess
the
I guess
MCU to
technically
die
he's a
before I can
Smallville
want
though,
a new
so
character.
he's a Smallville though, so I guess I'm cheating. Never mind.
Yeah, I'm talking about big screen. Fuck TV shows.
No,
TV
my
shows don't
point is
count.
that like you said live action, I think in general. So I don't know if you
Well, if
dismount
it's just live
TVs.
action in general, then
Yeah.
Christ, with all the CW shows, there's literally nobody left.
You know what? Batman Arrow. Bruce Wayne with a
You
quiver.
failed this today.
How did I can't I used to always make I always used to meme this too, where it's like I spent 3 years, 5 years on a hellish island. Then I came back. My name is
And then
Oliver
I went
Queen.
back to the island again.
And then I actually was not on the island that long. I was there for like a year. Then I was in China. I'm like, oh brother. Anyways,
And
let me
then
catch up.
Russia.
Let me catch up to the comments real quick. One woman was gas in BVS. She was boxing. Hans Zimmer's the one. The song's forever be goated. The opening scene with Jarrell is amazing in Man of Steel. Yep, Russell Crowe was a great Jarrell. I actually agree with that. And like, I love the perspective of Bruce Wayne on the ground in BVS, where you're seeing it from his perspective, but from the human perspective, that shit is fucking gas, bro. Then we got Wonder Woman 88. Glad Wonder Woman 3 got canceled. Feel it. Sinestro on point. Opening is great. Smallville, you got to go Justice League. It's debatable. Like it works for their show. It's kind of a cute little reserved version. I don't dislike it, but that episode when Geoff Johns is there in season 6 though, when they got to save Bart, great episode. Rumor that Jason Momoa gonna be Blake Lobo. Yes, we've seen that. We talked about that. Green Lantern, I'm fucking horny for Sinestro Core. Give me the War of the Light, please. I'm begging you, DC. I feel it. Y'all don't understand how horny for good Green Lantern content. I understand, man. They really beat this my boy Kent. On God, they are. I got Jason Momoa or the Aquaman. Yeah, but they're apparently like maybe moving forward if they like remix stuff, maybe someone else will be Aquaman or Aquaman will not be around for a while. He's supposed to be Lobo. Doom, Victor Doom, Jonathan Hickman. Doom is the one. Yep, Doom got to be catching multiple Avenger bodies. I don't know if MCU doing that. I need that. Marvel movies ended at Endgame, even if it was okay. Phase 4 is filler. I mean, I ended that in game. I can tell you that much. Phase 4, the only thing in Phase 4 I think I saw was Strange 2 and the Spider-Man movie, and I watched it with my girlfriend because she wanted to see it.
Every single clip I've seen of Phase 4 has made me cringe.
Yeah, I
Doesn't
hear
matter what
you.
movie it's in.
Movie Doom was the goat. Stop. It was crazy. We have two versions of Doom in live action, and one is cheesy, and the other one is garbage. Yep. Man has a diplomatic immunity as a superpower. I love Doom. All caps. Oh, Doom is good. Mr. Fantastic and Doom don't rap snitch. Wait, what? Mr. Fantastic and Doom don't rap snitch. Will be disappointed. Lionel, yep. You talk about superheroes, say it and so. I mean, yeah, I talk about superheroes. Can we get some live action Doom slander? Give me a second. Yeah, that Fantastic Doom or straight. Yeah, have you guys ever seen my article on it? I'll read the article for you. She was cheesy. He was cheesy. That's better than Doom. The bar is in hell though. Explain that, Glam. How was Red Tornado like Pinocchio? You want to explain that? Well, actually, give me 1 second. I'm so glad still is finished. Is Supergirl still going? By the way, that's on. I don't know how they
No.
would integrate him into the universe, but I would love to see my boy Mr. Miracle in live action. That's interesting. I really liked him. Really dragged, but better than the Flash. Sopranos melodrama. The last Arrow season was strong. I actually didn't watch the last season, so I don't know. Maybe you're right. Oh, I need the Spider Verse to be good. Folks, superhero movies. I hear that. I think the best comic book movie of all time is ITSV. That's what. Who's that? It's SV.
In,
That was
into
it.
the Spider Verse.
Oh,
Into
okay,
the Spider.
okay. Oh, I agree. Actually, that's my favorite. I struggle with the best and favorite. With that one. But I'm with you on that. I'll give CW credit though. I do fuck with that Reverse Flash though. He was a great villain. I think the first two seasons of Flash were pretty good. And Black Lightning was really good. All right. They asked you. What did they ask you? Oh, Red Tornado
I mean,
being Pinocchio.
this is this is very easy. Pinocchio archetypes are characters that are not humans discovering what it means to be human. Vision and Red Tornado are both that.
Mm,
Because Pinocchio's whole character is, I want to be a real boy. You can just change it to, I want to be a real man. That's essentially what Red Tornado is, especially in his Young Justice incarnation, which is the best incarnation of Red Tornado.
there you go. Oh man. Okay, let me find this for you guys. This was one of my more infamous up and coming writing pieces. There's three things that I wrote that I would say, I would say put me on the map, but got me a little bit of notoriety online. First one was when I ripped Supergirl to shred. That was the first time I got attacked by an online mob. They told me that I was a misogynist fuckboy pig. And that I just didn't like it because I didn't like to see women in lead roles or something. Mind you, in that article, I cooked every aspect of that show. I said I hated everybody. I hated every idea. I don't like a goddamn thing about it. It's not faithful to anything that I know and understand, and it stinks. And they just decided to call me a misogynist fuckboy pig. So that's what I was. The second one was when I ripped apart fan four stick is what I call it. And I call it a fantastic waste of time. Now, this was during the time I wanted to try like writing a very scathing article, but like being like overly like harsh. I can't explain it. But there's two people that I've seen do this that I would say that I tried this from. There was a movie reviewer, I don't remember his name, but he used to just like rip movies apart with all these like innuendos and like it's like you ever have a cold shower and then like I don't know, like something like that, or like Yahtzee from like I think I think his name is Yahtzee. He's from the Escapist, and he like review games, and like the way he would review games, he would just like sometimes just like rip them apart, and you would say these comments. So it's like 2014, 2015. So I guess I'll put it on screen so you guys can see it. But this was actually just from my regular blog when I was blogging and getting my portfolio out there. This is literally like a couple years after school, so I'm trying to get my trying to get off the ground a little. But yeah, I'll post it so you guys can see it, but I'll read the first line. So like the question you have to ask yourself is simple if you're thinking about seeing this movie. Do you like AIDS? Is the thought and idea of having AIDS appealing to you? Because if it is, then by all means, go watch Fan Four Stick. Actually, still don't, even if you do want AIDS. Do anything else, and I mean anything. It would stimulate you more intellectually to eat some dirt for 100 minutes instead of wasting them on this movie. You'd have a better time revisiting a series you hate and rewatching it over and over. Like Finn the Human, I've spent the last few days trying to lock away the memory of having seen this movie into the vault. My brain cells have suffered permanent damage, and like Zod, I feel like I've had my soul taken from me. But if you insist on knowing why this tragedy Fox attempted to pass off as a movie should be burned to the ground while being beaten out of existence with the severed limbs of the thing, then keep reading. But honestly, you can stop here, forget the movie even exists, and live a happy life. I'll just try something new. Try to get in my writing bag a little different. And so I'll post it if you want to read it. But yeah, that was the type of time I was on. So that was the second thing that kind of put me on the map. And the last one was I did a contrast and comparison of Avatar: The Last Airbender and Korra, Legend of Korra, and that really, really, really got me some positive publicity. I don't know, notoriety, internet baby clout, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, that was fun though. What the fuck is shield mode shortcut? I don't know what this means. I stopped telling me things like this. I hate when it does that. Like it'll just like do a new thing and be like, "Oh, look at this feature." I'm like, "Bro, don't tell me like this." Every time I open Discord, something new's happening. But yeah. Um, into this, actually, is there anything else we forgot to do before we get to across the? Is it across the Spider Verse? This one's called.
Yeah.
Because that trailer legit put a smile on my like that. I was not having a good day. Also, Argentina won. When I seen that trailer, I said the day is saved, bro. They saved my day. A day is saved. So
The only thing I have to talk about that movie because I'm not gonna watch it because I couldn't give a rat's ass about Miles and fucking Gwen Stacy, Spider Gwen, is there was some absolutely idiotic Spider Woman discourse about that
I
movie.
didn't see that. I didn't see it. So so yeah, it sucked. But like
But
the actor that played Doom, I don't even remember. That's the joke. Like I actually don't remember that movie.
I
I
don't
just
remember
remember
who.
Michael.
Well,
I
no,
just remember
I
that
do
Michael B.
remember
Jordan's in
who
it. That's
played.
the only thing I remember.
I do remember who played Doom in Fantastic. I don't
Mhm.
remember who played Doom in the original Fantastic Four
I actually
movies.
remember the guy who played Doom in the original one because he played Cole on Charmed. And he was a character that was married or a reoccurring character with actually the character Alyssa Milano's character. I think her name was Phoebe. It was Piper, Phoebe, and Paige. Piper, and then and what was the original sister before the last one? Anyways, but yeah, because I used to watch Charmed and I like Charmed. My sister used to fuck with it too. So I remember him. I don't remember his name though. I have to look his name up. I'll Cole from Charmed. Yeah, there we go. Cole. Wait, no, his name's. I almost said Cole Turner. That's crazy. What's the fuck? What's the actor's name? Julian Mac. What? Julian McMahon. I don't know. Something like that. So yeah. Glam Nye, what do you think about the Discord?
I think it means discourse.
About what?
Yeah, I saw that. That was another Mr. H esque right wing comic book woke anti fan movement that was on Twitter too. I don't think Naya probably saw that.
Oh, I didn't see it. The what? Oh, because Jessica Drew's black, right? Is that what happened?
No, this was about where people say Peter Parker is Spider Man, Miles Morales is not Spider Man. That's what they were saying.
So what is he then?
Miles Morales, as far as I.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay.
It was the constant.
Comic
It's
book
this.
discourse is awful on Twitter,
I don't
especially.
understand why people equate in totality. I should say why they equate in totality quality of comic book writing to left/right wing agendas. It doesn't make any fucking sense, and especially for spider characters. I'll say like for the Miles Morales Peter thing, stupid because these were also people saying Sam Wilson isn't Captain America, he's the Falcon, which is like no. Like you can say he's a better character as the Falcon, sure, but he is Captain America, so just shut up. But Steve Rogers is. All right,
That's
bro.
that's like me like that's like the argument that I always want to make with like X-23, but but at the point she was the all new Wolverine. She was Wolverine
Yeah,
now. That doesn't
yeah,
that what? That doesn't work. And that's me not wanting to call her that too. So like even I was like I checked my own self, my own bias. The fuck?
yeah. But this Spider Woman thing was fucking dumb on both sides. So let me break it down.
Okay.
People were getting. There was a statement where people, of course, get mad. Oh, they made her black. Blah 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 blah. Uh,
Bring back
so then people started saying,
bring back my
well,
queen. No, I'm kidding, go ahead.
and then people started saying, well, actually, the original Spider Woman was black. She was Valerie the librarian, and that's immediately where I checked out because the character in the movie is clearly based off of Jessica Drew, which Valerie is not. All you have as a reference to Valerie the librarian is a black woman with an afro. And to top it all off, Valerie the librarian is not even from mainline 616. She's from another fucking universe. And in addition to that, this character does not have the same abilities as either Jessica Drew or Valerie, as far as I can tell from this trailer, because she's shooting fucking individual webs out of each finger and also has an amalgamation of Jessica Drew's more modern outfit, which sucks, which is why they changed it back to her old one in the Bendis era, and also some other like I don't know. It looks a little bit even like Ultimate-ish Jessica Drew, where she has like the jacket over her suit when she was Black Widow for a little bit, which also Ultimate. I'm going to get into the Ultimates and their problems in there. But this character is clearly an amalgamation of 3 different Spider-Women. So the take that this is a change or bent in any way is dumb. This is an entirely new character. If they're naming it, I don't even know if her name is Jessica Drew or not in this movie. But the discourse over whether this is the same character as the other ones is absolutely fucking stupid to me. Because this is clearly some new thing. And whether or not it's good or not is subject to if you actually see it. Now, am I going to wager that it is good? No, because it's Marvel. I don't give them the benefit of the doubt for anything that's animated or even live action or comics at this point. That's a wholly separate
I hear you.
discussion.
This
There's
is
nothing to
Sony,
do
I
with their
guess,
skin color.
but fair enough.
It's like both sides of this argument are fucking dumb.
I hear you. I don't know what's wrong with these niggas.
And I think the only reason I cared is because I like Jessica Drew, even though she's not well written. I don't know where these
We've always spoke about
stands.
The potential for her,
Yeah,
but they just never.
I don't understand where these stands for the Spider-Woman came from characters. She's never been well written. She's always been mediocre or cliche at best because I don't understand. Like she has a lot there to work with, but nobody has done anything with it yet, as far as I've read.
She good looking. She thick.
That is true. She is.
She got a
She is.
wagon, bro. She
She's
got a
got big
wagon.
titties. She's got long hair, a pretty face, big titties, and a fat ass for a white woman. That's
Yep.
insanity.
So, yep.
And she's thin.
Mhm.
She's not even muscly.
Yep. Do you see some of those what's his name? Frank Cho poses for her, bro?
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
So
There's some of the images of her in Hickman's Infinity different.
there you go.
Absolutely different.
Twitter trying to feature that detects dumb tweets and just deletes them. Elon, yo, make that bot. Steve Rogers mock Captain America. Captain Falcon ain't moving me no matter if they change his suit colors. That's fair. The movie marks the entire point of the other Silver Spider-Man, Warren Man, and there's a bloody detective noir Spider-Man. Nah, bro. What make that's not what makes Spider-Man Spider-Man. Exactly. Glam Ultimates equal mutant genocide. If Twitter is always in Twitter's it's Twitter's always controversy. Facts. Glam said it perfectly. A title can be inherited. That's why they're Captain America's and blah blah. Nah, sorry, Marvel is worse. Well put, Glam. Yeah.
Into that title inheritance thing, I think this is another issue people have. People like to gas up legacy characters a lot, even the writers themselves. I actually think legacy characters are completely overused because I think people try and act like, oh, it's a title that can be inherited, and that's like a noble concept. But in actuality, this is used as a cop out to fucking repeat storylines or make characters not original.
Change at all.
Like I think this is why I hate this comparison because I know a lot of people use it. They try and use it for things that are innately have multiple people. Like, well, you don't have a problem with there being multiple Green Lanterns. I'm like, there's literally thousands of these fuckers from the beginning. That's why I don't have a problem with it. They're not successors either. They're compatriots most of the time. If somebody tried to tell me that that is the same thing as Batman, as Bruce Wayne and Dick Grayson being both Batman at the same time, no, that is not the same thing.
Right. But also too, like, I mean, are comic book fans arguing about this, or people who like don't actually know any better, or is it
It's
a
both.
mixture of both? Okay, that's what I figured.
I see comic book fans gas up the legacy concept all the time. I'm just like, this shit is repetitive. Can we get some new things, please? It's plus the reason why I don't like the Bat family now. There's too many fucking Robins and Red Robins and Bat Girls and Bat like. This is another issue I have with Marvel DC 4. Let's trim some of the goddamn fat, please.
A lot of
You
things
do not need this many people.
A lot of things need to trim the fat. I feel that. Like bad.
No, you can talk about the movie because this is your show for that. I don't have anything else to say for Spider-Verse.
Okay. There even some Batman's. There's Terry. There's and Terry Undeniable, Batman, but there's Dick and others as well. Bruce Dad was Batman. Nicolas Cage's Spider Noir was one of the greatest things I ever witnessed. Tears in my eyes, greatest of all time. Genius of the medium. It was really good. 500 Spider-Man and OG Peter always gets caught. I didn't know it was Nicolas Cage. Yeah, it is. Both agree, Glam. I'm really excited. Though the movie for the movie, because there's gonna be so many Easter eggs in the film. Apparently, Spider-Man from PS4 is in the film. If I see Spider-Man from the PS1 keys in the film, I might cry with my own nostalgic self. I feel
I
that.
saw that they had Renew Your Vows, Mary Jane, and their kid in there, which was that was a red flag. That was a God.
Bat Fam
That
scripts
was
ask Glenn for
PTS
his Avengers and X-Men lineup, and the amount of characters just gets cut.
facts.
Oh
That was
no, they have.
PTSD
But
seeing
no,
that.
they really have a lot of fluff that they can just kind of eliminate and cut out, which I think will do a lot of good for the series.
I've
But
had this discussion with Grammy a couple times. If I was in charge of DC, shit like the Legion of Superheroes is not existing.
you think
I'm just
that's just gone, eh?
just gone. Fuck it. You're out of here. And I'm like the amount of universes that exist, goodbye. I don't give a shit. You're out. Like you're getting maybe Earth 2 and that's it. Like there needs to be some limits placed on what we're doing with the constant crossovers.
He said y'all need to relax. No, I feel that. But oh, hold on. Who's my preferred? MJ for me. MJ.
Both of them
Um,
can kick rocks.
do you have? Oh, are you a Black Hat Stan?
She is the one that can kick the most rocks, in my
Oh,
opinion.
so who knows? There's people like me. They're like, oh, nah, it's gotta be
Felicia.
her. So okay,
Gross.
you
But I
just
will say, if I was
just cooked in
actually writing
general.
it, I would say if I was actually writing it, I would make Gwen his primary one, but her ass would die and stay dead, and Mary Jane would be toxic, and then they'd break up. That's the way I'd do it. Same with
Mm.
Black Cat, because both of those women are fucking trifling frauds. That's the entirety of their characters. I don't care anybody. It's the same way with Jean and Scott for the X Men. Both of them trifling frauds, and they're both better when they're away from each other. But I'm not going to get into that.
I feel that. Okay, so I saw that
So who?
trailer and I thought, oh, sorry, I was really good. So I started playing the game.
Yeah, no problem.
So the trailer is like, it was good. Like I really like what I had to see, and like I think the thing that I'm worried about is, did this take a long time because you wanted to make it really good, or did this kind of sit around and nothing happened, and then like you started a little bit later? Like I want to know if they were working on this movie from like 2018 until now. But that puts a little bit more confidence in my heart. I'm with you. Like usually I would be very fine with like no, you did well with the first one. You got the benefit of the doubt within the second movie, but it's just like it's still Marvel. And I've seen how there's been even from 2017, I think when it came out to now, there's been a lot of a paradigm shift in terms of how we talk about and speak about and analyze and what it is that these companies think the fan base wants to see. So there's a part of me that's worried, but I'm gonna stay cautiously. I'm gonna stay in my cautiously optimistic mode. I'm happy. I'm happy at what I saw. Animation still looks good, and it's very interesting to me that we started a universe with a kind of multiverse concept, and we're diving deeper into it, and it's gonna become like its own like trilogy. Like as we got the second movie and the third movie announced already. I think the one after that comes out in 2024. So it should be interesting. I did see Insomniac Spider Man. That's pretty cool. I'm trying to wonder which of the Spider Men will be like the kind of main ones, and it looks to me like we're probably gonna run into some that are obviously like evil. And we have a ton of Spider Man stories that done this have done this already. And if you need like an equivalent from like DC, I would think like maybe like your Owlman for Batman or Ultraman for Superman, stuff like that. So probably get some stuff like that will be pretty cool. But I'm excited. I am. That is one of my favorite movies. I've watched it way more than I probably should have. I've always said that the origin story for this movie for Miles Morales is far greater than anything Michael Bendis did for is it Michael Brian Bendis? Brian Michael what the fuck
Brian
is
Michael
but there we
Bendis.
go. Brian Michael Bendis did for in 20 I think it was Ultimate Spider-Man 2008? Was it? That
The ultimate,
I
the
think
ultimate
this
version.
movie was a much better origin story that had a lot stronger family ties and connections built into him with the uncle and everything, and a kind of testy with him with his dad, and actually like not that this is that important to me, but they actually like acknowledged his Hispanic heritage. He's not just like black. Like oh there you go. So yeah, you ain't getting Scott Gas from me. I feel that I don't like you know me. I don't like Scott Summers, bro.
The X Men in their entirety need to be
Mhm.
fucking
You don't
purged.
like multiverse. I think I can't. I don't know. I understand that. I think it's with me. I'm just so used to it because I've been reading it my whole life that it's not this weird niche thing that I run into every once in a while. Like I've been constantly been reading stories that incorporate the multi-world interpretation theories, multiverse, multiple timelines, whatever the case is, from Marvel DC stuff, a bunch of bunch of stuff from Marvel and DC, from some other image stuff, from even some manga and stuff like JoJo or what have you, or Monogatari a little bit, or with what's or like Reborn, like a lot of series that I read, or like games that I play too, like the Zero Escape series, 999, Virtue's Last Reward, Zero Time Dilemma. Like, so just I'm just very used to it. So I just care if you execute. Even Bayonetta 3, I think, is a multiverse game. I haven't played it yet though. For movies, after all the MJ again, Gwen. Fair enough. Spider-Man X Silver Sable.
I actually read a fan fiction about that pairing once, and it was actually pretty damn good. But in the source material, still not moving me. Rather
See,
than just be friends.
you're not moved by Black Cat, y'all. Trying to get Black Cat in there.
That bitch is an actual whore. Get her
Okay.
out of here.
You saw how MJ treated Peter Parker in the Raimi trilogy. She's a fraud of most deaf. I feel it. Peter Black Cat's not moving me, not glams down his. I need to hear some Cyclops slander. Yeah, of course. He's the worst. Cyclops was. I could be Cyclops. I'm strong. I could beat him
Listen,
with a gun.
if you're gonna get me to talk about Cyclops, you're gonna get me started on the entirety of mutant kind, and then I'm just gonna go on like an hour rant. So
That's,
I'm not even gonna.
that's content. Summer stinks. The only thing Sony can get right since the Raimi trilogy, Spider Verse. I'm hopefully optimistic. All right. Maybe COVID had. Oh, I always forget about that. There's God, this is simulation, bro. Yeah, forgot about the pandemic. DC and Marvel are too afraid of taking risks, which is why they drown out some legacy characters. That's a fact. You ain't getting no Scott gas from me. Yep, Logan. I like Logan. Storm. Shout out to Storm. Um, Daniel. Daniel is
Hallelujah.
playing Spider Man, Spider Punk, so he's
Hallelujah.
probably significant. What?
You, bro, with the way
I
I have to fucking guess how your first name is pronounced,
listen,
actual fraud.
listen, listen. I can't read. A Booster Gold movie could be fun, or Martian Manhunter, I would love, 100%. That's my guy. Spider Punk is black, which I find pretty cool. The Miles Morales game did that too. Same. I actually didn't play that yet. The Miles Morales like DLC extra content part, whatever. I haven't played that yet. Saying that everybody obsessed with it, but now this is just a regular storytelling element to me. Yeah. It's very normal to me. Martian Manhunter is actually the part of the Supergirl that's the most. That's mostly good. I'll believe you for that one. Speaking of JoJo, February, yes sir. JoJo lands. We in here. The Descendant of Joseph. We in Scotland. Let's get it. One of these days I'll dive back to see how they've slaughtered my boy Hulk this time. Huh? The fraudulence and the Hulk writers be hurting me. You're not a She-Hulk fan. You like him a She-Hulk, bro? Stop that stone oh shit. Not moved by Party 7. Maybe wait, but by Part 7, maybe future anime will make me try again. Oh, I mean, fair enough. I've always said JoJo's an acquired taste. It's not for everybody. I just say if you don't like JoJo, you obviously hate fun and you don't have a soul. That's fine. Stop this. Hulk just had one of the best run of entire life. Is that the Immortal Hulk stuff? Yeah. Who was writing that and drawing it? Do you know?
I do not know,
Off the
but
top?
I've heard it get gassed up a lot. I don't know
I've
who's
even
writing
heard
it.
that like as a Hulk hater, I would at least respect it. I was told that. But again, it was told to me by the biggest Hulk fan I know. So I think that with a grain of salt. Hey, X Men are good. I like X Men for the most part, but there's a lot of extra ones that we could get rid of. I'm with Glam.
They fucking stink.
Bonjour, mon coeur. X Men are good in the Claremont era. Need a good Superman movie, man. It's been too long.
I
I
heard
agree.
that he's back. Actually, let that man rest. He's 72 years old. Marvel, what are you doing?
Morrison era too. If you're gonna commit to doing the racism allegory, actually address it with solutions that occur in your fictional verse. Oh no, we don't do that.
Yeah, and that's the main reason why I don't like the mutants. Your whole plot line is circular, and you're never going to solve it because you don't have any other way to make content.
At least we got Innocence Lost.
Yep, it's literally the only thing I cannot slander for mutants is solo Wolverine stuff. That's literally it. Anything associated with it.
Listen, man. I always tell people Innocence Lost really changed my life, bro. I started looking at comics differently since that day. I remember like being mad at the idea that there was a quote unquote like female Wolverine clone. She got the claw and the toe, and I read Instant Lost. I said this shit moved me tremendously. I love
Yep.
this character.
This is
Then
this is why you and I like we can't be called fucking cancel culture people or like get called out by them because we like new things that they do, but they just don't execute well. Like we like Kamala. She
yeah,
just never executed well. She's concept,
and
fantastic
Biggin
concept.
was moving me that with a couple of good issues and stuff. I'm like, I like her.
Yep.
You could do
New
something here.
new green Jessica Cruz, new Green Lantern, goaded concept.
Yeah,
Never
yo, a
executed
Green
well.
Lantern where you need willpower and she's has anxiety. Like that's
Yep.
fire. What you cooking over there? What you
Laura
got in the
Kinney,
kitchen? What's in
goaded
the pot?
Laura Kinney, goaded concept and goaded execution in that case.
Yep, and even Target
Winter
X was really
Soldier
good.
coming back.
And you guys know Marjorie Lau and Sonata Takeda, that duo. When they had X-23, they're going crazy with Laura Kinney. Oh God, they're so fucking good. They're unreal, man.
I don't even remember the name of that run.
I think it's Target X.
Okay.
Target X might be like the general thing, but there's like different arcs and stuff. But you're right, I don't remember it like top of my head like that. But I actually have the volume somewhere here. I'll find it in a second.
What was the author again? Because I don't know if I don't think of that
Sana
one.
Takeda, Sana, then take the, then Marjorie, uh, huh?
Japanda is what I was.
Yeah. Da Da, and then Marjorie space Liu.
Yeah.
They do monstrous. It's that duo.
Oh, it's Marjorie Liu. Oh, okay.
Yeah. I heard it's like not pronounced as like Lao Lea. I don't know. I'm sorry.
Wait, does Marjorie write it?
Marjorie's the writer and Takeda's the artist.
Oh my god, might be
And
time.
and remember they don't miss. That's why when I got Night Eaters, I'm like this duo for me has not missed yet. So I saw Night Eaters and just bought it. I had no idea it existed. I don't know if it's new or it came out old. I just saw Marjorie. I saw Takeda. I said I pick it up. Monstrous Fire. You did well with the stuff that I saw you do with X-23, and the Tango Root Palace goes stupid. So I'm in there. That's all I needed. That's all I needed. So I'm gonna read that next. I was catching. I don't know if I told you. Deadly Class kind of bounced back for me.
Look at that! Look at that!
I
Look at Rick
Rick
coming in.
Remender, I said you want to end out. You want to end. Yo, fourth quarter. You trying to drop 12 points and win? Okay, hold on, because he lost me for a good 4 volumes. Honestly, he did. But the Deadly Class is coming back strong, bro. I'm not gonna say like it's my favorite part, but definitely like I like what I'm reading right now. I do. So sorry, someone asked me when I talk about the Fox movies. Here we go. What do you think of the X-Men films from Fox? So this is like probably my hottest take, but I think one and a half of them are good.
I agree.
I I'm like willing to give you two, but like I think what's his name? Brian
Singer.
Singer. I truly think he shot awful from the field. He shot like 16%, bro.
At this point, I'm only willing to give Fox Deadpool 1 and Logan. That's it.
As much as I hate Deadpool, that first movie is a good movie.
So good movie.
So I guess I'll give you 2.5 then, because I wasn't thinking about that.
Because
I was gonna give them. I was gonna weirdly give them First Class because I think that Days of
I never
Future
liked First
Past
Class.
retroactively kind of fixes how stupid that movie is.
Yeah, I
Though
never liked First Class.
though I hate that it's Logan that goes back and it's not actually Kitty
Pride. Yeah, I can't do Days of Future Past anymore, man. I liked it when it first came out. I
I only watched it one time.
I recently looked at scenes from it again. I'm like, nah, can't do it. Can't do it.
I feel you, man.
Logan though,
Logan, like to me, is like a good movie. It's just like as a super X-23 stan, I really like Innocence Lost. So if her origin isn't gonna be anything inspired from that, it's just gonna bother me on a very
I
personal
think the reason
level.
I like it so much is because
I don't dislike her.
Yeah, my thing is I think I like it so much because I do not like Old Man Logan in terms of the.
Me and you are on the same page on that. Like I think it's a little overhyped.
I think the movie does it better.
Oh really?
I think it does Old Man Logan better.
That I didn't know.
I think it does Old Man Logan way better in the movie. That's just me though.
That's interesting.
And I think all the actors in the movie acted their asses off. Like Patrick Stewart, fucking Hugh Jackman, and the little girl who played X-23. The little girl who played X-23 was fucking incredible.
She went
She was
crazy.
amazing.
She was dope. But I
Yeah.
was just like, damn it. The things that I need in life. It's okay though. X-Men First Class was so much fun for me. I can't remember what it was, but there was like a huge problem I had from like a continuity and timeline standpoint. But Days of Future Past kind of fixed it. So then after I went, all right, now I'll say this movie's fine.
I think my problem with Days of Future Past is that the entire
What's up, Val?
conflict was not for me.
I
Well, like
hear you.
like Hellfire
First
Club.
Class, sorry. First Class. I think it's Michael Fassbender. That's the guy who played Magneto.
Magneto. Yeah.
Oh, that name look familiar. Look at me. X-Men being discriminated against makes so little sense considering aliens are gods. I've always said that. Where it's like, if I met someone with powers, right? How would I know they're not like a metahuman, an alien, an Asgardian or something, or like a mutant? Like, I don't know that
Don't
for a
even,
fact. Like, I don't know.
don't even,
I'm
don't
with you.
even get me started. Don't even get me started.
So with you. If I was about X-Men comics, it'd be X-Men murdering humanity and they're trying to fight back, but it'd be pointless. They all become slaves. God damn. Brotherhood?
That'd be you wouldn't really go far with that one.
You're getting stopped by some other humans. I used to cape for X-Men
Somebody
Origins.
else would
God, I
take
was such
over
a
the role.
moron. Really?
Somebody else.
Origins? No, not
Oof, hate to see it.
that's a terrible hill to die on.
Hate to see it. Whoever said they wanted the mutants to kill everybody, the person after you that would wrote it would just immediately introduce Nimrod, and then you get folded. So I'm letting you know that in advance.
Nightcrawler's opening scene in X2 was straight gas. That's the way teleporting everywhere. Everyone loves that one. I feel it. First Class was fun. And X2, I can't rewatch Logan. It's a
Brother
great film
Bow
though.
in the chat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they did their best work. Magneto killing the Nazis in that bar scene lives rent free for me in First Class. Maybe I'll watch it. I haven't seen Logan. There's just nothing about that movie can want to peep.
Bow,
Fair
you're a
enough.
fraud. But we already
Okay.
know this Zendaya takes. All right,
Origin is.
so you get it out.
Is that was it him you were arguing with when he said she's a 10?
Yes.
She's a very pretty girl, but a 10 is like I feel like people suck
He had the
meaning
gall.
and potency of like very special individuals when we just give everyone a 10. Oh, he's an elite bucket getter. Like, really? Like, if we call everybody an elite bucket getter, like, bro, he averaged 20 points on 44% shooting. He's a
This
decent
man
scorer.
Bow had the absolute unmitigated gall to gas up Zendaya to a 9 or an 8 and say Beyonce isn't a 10. Unmitigated gall.
I don't even think Beyonce's a 10, but like I think she's better looking than her, but that's me personally. My fault. My fault. Are you getting bullied for this? I'll leave you alone. I don't think
we summoned the delegation on his ass last night. We got him out of here.
Oh man, she's a very pretty lady though. I really think that. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. She is good looking. So yeah. Glad to keep teasing us. Either give us X-Men this in its entirety or stop your teasing so much, man. Give us slander. They want.
Y'all only got me for 3 more minutes, then I got to leave for D&D anyway.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah. Zendaya's not a 10 man, so Calf, I had to be high Origins. I believe we all have that one thing. Cause I think in retrospect,
I'll say my guilty pleasure. What was it? There was one guilty pleasure movie that I had brought up the other day that I actually liked watching. Oh my god! Oh, Nicolas Cage, Ghost Rider. My guilty pleasure. Awful movie, but for some reason I have fun with it.
I see that Daredevil Electra. I still haven't seen. I haven't even seen all the Blade movies yet. I'd finally seen one though, so that's funny. Oh man, my guilty heroes. I don't see guilty pleasure. I don't really have one, but usually I can tell you I could tell you something I know that's mid that I enjoy or mid that hits, I guess. And for me, that's the first Suicide Squad movie. That movie is fucking. Wait, is it the first one I'm thinking of? What's the one with the girl who was dancing in a beam of light and they summoned the
That's
undead?
the first one.
That's not a good movie. I have fun with it. I've watched it at least 4 times, and every time I'm like, this is not a good film, but I had
can't
fun.
tell you how many times I've seen those Ghost Rider movies. It's at least a dozen times.
I feel it.
Ghost Rider 2 is not better. It is way worse than the first one. That's not saying much. The first one is trash.
Fresh.
Oh man. Also, I will say I like Doctor Strange 1. I have no reason to say why I like it. I just do. I can't.
I think it was like filmed well. I like the effects, a little Inception shit they
I,
did
I
there.
don't have a reason why I like it. I
I
can't.
also
I
like
really
the dude,
the
um,
dude.
the guy who plays him. What's his name
Oh,
again?
Benedict Cumberbatch.
There you go.
I
I
was
like
like,
him.
who the fuck is the dude?
Oh, you don't know the dude, bro? The dude.
The
Everyone
dude
knows the
abides.
dude, bro.
Is a fucking Big Lebowski right now.
Oh, Ghost Rider 2 is better from the director who currently oozing insanity next to stage. Maybe Spider-Man 3 is my guilty pleasure. Is that the one with the he's dancing and shit?
That's Venom
Venom
and Sam,
2 got the
and also
Rapidash.
Harry Osborn as Green Goblin.
Mm-hmm. They said the Rapidash. That's funny. I like the Hulk movies a lot. I just don't like Hulk. It's no one's fault.
Movie 1 has the Rapidash bow. That's when fucking Sam Neill, or not Sam Neill, Sam. Oh my god, Sam Elliott. That's who it was. Can't remember because I love that man's voice, so I always remember. That's when Sam Elliott was the original Ghost Rider.
I really wanted to like Luke Cage and Power Man, but think I think
Bulletproof Black Man.
I think it was like cool for like the first couple episodes, and I think when they introduced or Cottonmouth or someone
Show
died.
died when Cottonmouth died.
There you
The
go.
symbol.
Yeah, and I don't think the second season's any better. And whoever they got to play I just remember the names they were using, but the Jamaican, I'm like, why does this accent come and go? I actually had somebody tell me that in the Bayonetta game, like her accent comes and goes a lot. So we'll see. So yeah. Nah, yeah, I may have had a problem as a kid. I cat for Dragon Ball Evolution 2. Come on, dog. Don't tell me this. Don't say it ain't so. Oh man, I still haven't seen that. So, but I did see a good portion of the last Airbender one with M Night Shyamalan Lama. I don't remember his name, but Jesus Christ.
I voided that movie from my
In
brain.
my defense, I had a long day and I had just sat down to eat some oxtail and rice, and my brother put the movie on. Had the movie on. So I sat there and ate and then watched it reluctantly until a certain point, and I left. But that was why I just want to get up. So yeah, I'm gonna need to peep the VOD for this. Want to see what y'all said with the DC Meltdown reboot for sure, for sure. I'll put it out immediately. Blade 1 is good personally, and 2 I like Del Toro as weird as it is for Blade. I gotta
I
watch
don't
it.
know if
Blade has 3 movies, right? I have to watch the other two.
yeah, it does. I don't know if you feel the same way on this. I never give a fuck about Blade. I'm not gonna lie.
I don't give a fuck about it. But
I'm just
it's like blasphemous. if I say that.
yeah, like it's like people say that's like a black like you know like Blade is one of the best. More like I don't give a fuck
Like
about
is
Blade in any
he?
sense. Like
I don't even
there's
dislike it, but like
their
yeah.
dead ass might be like 50 Marvel characters I care more about than Blade.
Mhm. Yeah, I don't know. But if you want to see a very bad movie, that's it. Dragon Ball Devolution is a great disrespect to Japanese culture since Hiroshima. Oh my god, that's so cap. Blade is cool. I liked it. Blade ain't that important. Yeah, like think it's vampire hunter guy.
People
Like
gas up Blade, man.
he's the
I'm over
goat. The
it.
goat.
That's why he's the goat. The goat.
I seen somebody put that on. Oh, I had to make the water level rise. Okay, sorry. I'm just figuring this
Man,
puzzle
playing
out.
Vidya.
The Vidger game. Um, Wesley Snipes is as great as him. To be fair, he in all fiction, but he's a good blade. Have you seen Wesley Snipes or anything else? I don't even know. That Ruby shit's so disrespectful. What the fuck is DC doing for animated films? What the hell? What's
I
next?
mean, after that Green Lantern movie, I don't know if I.
Honestly, good point. I just stopped looking. I about to Google it and I closed the whole
Well, you know what's
browser.
wild about that? They were building up towards Justice League, and then time skipped the fuck out of that team being made to
And
this Green
then
Lantern.
Hal Jordan was gone, and I was just like, I think
Right.
what's sad, I think because me and you and my other friend probably all agree on this, the DC animated was not missing with the Green Lantern content. They were not
Yep.
missing, and with this now, you got to be like, damn it, press X to doubt, like David
Yeah, but
Cage
you know what's
game, like.
wild? The only escape route I have is like, well, it's John Stewart. Haha. That's that's like Hal Jordan's in the clear, baby.
Fair enough. Fair enough, yo. Blade, fuck Blade. Underworld's that movie with the vampires, and the lichens and stuff, right? And there's the girl with the like the blue contacts. I like her. I like that. I
You know
like
what's
that.
so you know why
I like
Blade
that.
is so unimportant? This
What's
man
up?
is low key getting replaced by Moon Knight as the premier vampire hunter in the comics right now. Even while Blade is like an ambassador to Dracula's little vampire nation that he set up recently, Moon Knight is low key getting more gas for hunting vampires than he is.
That's insane. Oh, frig, man. Do you think The Boys and Invincible the new way for superhero content?
Absolutely not.
I mean, you can explain yourself. I know you have to go at some point. I'm just.
I'm
But
just gonna well, let me see. How many people are in here? Yeah, this will be my last point that'll do. So, Boys is gonna fall off, and the reason I'm saying that they're already fucking trying to cash grab it with this new spin-off of this college that these people are in the same verse. This new show that they announced, already calling it that it's gonna fall off after this in the
there's a
next
there's a
season.
there's a cartoon too. I think Diabolical. Sorry.
Yeah, and then the Invincible, calling it now. If it keeps, that is one where I can understand people bringing up the woke shit because that is half the reason why nobody likes Amber in that show. uh,
Mhm.
as soon as if that shit continues into season 2, people are gonna bail. And if you don't fix the animation in that show enough for the fights, it's not gonna work. But yeah,
I feel it.
that's my feel. I'll catch you later, my boy.
All right,
See you
man.
later.
Thank you for coming.
You have a good rest. Make sure your
Yeah.
back gets better.
Oh, I'm still on the ground, bro.
All right, I'll do.
So for me, when it comes to the superhero, it's hard to say, right? Because I think my perspective is different. I think what you're asking me is like, instead of people gravitating towards Marvel and DC superhero content, will they gravitate to more independent universes that are self-contained? So like The Boys. The Boys is made by like, Garth Ennis and like one creative team. You have Invincible, which is Jesus Christ. It's The Walking Dead. What the fuck is wrong with my brain tonight, dog? Jesus Christ. But like you have Kirkman, Otley, and Corey Walker. There we go. Right? So like staying creative team. Then like some like empowered, you have like Adam Warren. I think if I think if the Boys and Invincible can stay good and show people that like, oh, there's actually these different self-contained universes with superhero characters that like do dope stuff, but it's like not a bunch of writers and a bunch of licensing and stuff like that. I do think that we could introduce like a almost second wind or at least a parallel economy or parallel media to what Marvel and DC are doing into the superhero content. I always wanted to see Empowered kind of animated. I think it would be very interesting. Um but as Glam said, The Boys I think is a little edgy. So some people don't like seeing their superheroes be edgy all the time or dark and whatever. They want to see them be good or whatever. So I think that The Boys kind of appeals to a certain type of superhero watcher, the deconstruction of the superhero. And then Invincible, I think, kind of appeals to the general superhero audience, but it's just a very well self-contained superhero story, coming of age story that is uber ultra violent in terms of how they fight, though. I think Invincible probably. Ultimately, I'm saying this because I think Invincible is just a better story from top to bottom than The Boys. You guys know I think The Boys comic is awful. It's fucking trash. Think it's the most one of the most juvenile pieces of fiction that I've ever read. Just because you have the leeway to make everything R-rated or X-rated doesn't mean you have to have a bunch of sex, drugs, and titties and sucking titty milk and all these vagina bombs. Like that's just not moving me. This is why I always say just because something's gonna be rated R, you put an insane in, doesn't mean it's going to be more mature. A lot of these creative teams, when they get the leeway to do what they want or make it quote unquote more adult, it just becomes very immature. I don't know if you guys agree with that, but I do. All right, take care, man. That's what I'm asking. Why can't they bring back more Constantine? Constantine would be great. I'm with you on that, actually. DC and Marvel should keep fucking up. Our time to convert people to Don was. Yeah, I'm here for that. I like that. So, but the breaker adaptation could be amazing. But yeah, man, it's just you know what would be probably interesting too if anything from like Easter from the Eastern culture in terms of a superhero thing kind of blows up. I wonder how people down here would take it, but sometimes I think the legacy characters and the monopoly that the big two have is just it's too great. But again, I'm coming from the perspective of I've always read like Marvel DC and then like I've read other like Queen's Legacy and like Invincible and The Boys and Empower and other stuff. So I've always had my own kind of self-contained superhero stories where it's like whatever, whatever. Or even like imprints of Marvel and DC. So like Vertigo. So you have like I know they're part of the main continuity now, but the like Watchmen. So I had stuff like that. So like I never like the DC and Marvel were never the end all be all for me for superhero comics. So yeah, I'm just asking that because I think Milking the Cow, which is now dead, is that comedy superhero films done by MCU have really tired people out. Even DC's affected despite their bad management over there as well. I think people are something different. I think I can agree with that. But maybe I don't know. Sometimes I wonder if maybe Hollywood should just like take a little 2 year break or 3 year break on superhero stuff. But I don't know. I don't think it's gonna stop. It generates too much money at this point. So we'll see. But I'd like that. I like for that era. I really want to see if I could get empowered on the map too. Because I really enjoyed watching you guys watch Invincible. Me having been reading that comic for like what? Something like 11 years. And like I think Invincible is the best self-contained superhero story that I've ever read. And one of the best superhero stories I've ever read. Like the kind of like self-read is no cap to me. I love it. Plus, it's the studio mirror. That's a fact. I like them. They're such a good studio when they want to really put their money, put their do their best. Back to Lookism tangent. I think it's great the studio mirror is making it a career and will understand the project way better too. There's that too. That's a good point. I, did did I see Soul Leveling was like kind of animation? Who's doing that? I don't remember. That's what our Snyder fans were rocking with the Snyderverse. Batman killed his criminals. They gung ho about it. They want an evil Superman too. I do. I definitely think the evil Superman thing is very tired for me personally. I don't need that. But I actually never hated that this Batman did that. I really did it. It's not Batman from a traditional legacy standpoint, but because I understand that all of these characters are going to have different interpretations depending on who is directing it, writing it, or making the game, so to speak, I'm always like, I just kind of shrug my shoulders and go, this is the way that they see the character. Y'all ever see Kill Bill? Or it might be Kill Bill 2, but how many people in here have seen like Kill Bill? You ever seen that movie? Do you remember what Bill says about Superman? I don't remember the quote verbatim, but he says something along the lines that like S- Superman is the personality, Clark Kent is the mask type of thing. And there's a lot of us that don't agree with that statement. Though I can understand why somebody would have that perspective. That's the way that I guess Quentin Tarantino, I think he directed that movie. I think I'm right. Sorry if I'm wrong. I think he like that's how he interprets Superman. That's how he sees it. And I think Snyder said that he was basing this bat flick off of the Dark Knight Returns Batman, and in his eyes, he thinks that Batman is more willing to kill. Do I agree with him? No, not necessarily, but that's his interpretation of this character. I would like to see it. That's why I kind of let it rock. That's kind of my thing, my opinion on that. A1 picture is doing solo leveling. I think. Okay, there you go. Tarantino is a movie guy. He isn't a comic book guy. Oh no, I know that. But my point was just that like that's how that like I think that like that's how he's seen Superman. He's not the first person I've ever heard say that. The problem that I've always had with that interpretation is it's like you realize that he spent most of his life being Clark Kent, awkward, shy, um, farm boy from Kansas, and then he adopted the Superboy and Superman persona. But he is very much Clark Kent. Clark Kent is who he is at his heart and his core. It's not that Superman is not who he is, but I don't necessarily see Clark Kent as the mask and Superman is who he is. I actually probably more so agree with that with Batman, where Bruce Wayne is the mask and Batman is just who he really is at this point, you know? But that's just from, people's different point of views. So But he is wrong, and the villain, he explained that he didn't go, let it go. He's wrong. I didn't like the Snyder ran through Batman's rogue gallery like that. Almost everyone was dead, so there wasn't any director for Batfleck. And Joker's alive despite killing Robin, but other criminals get killed. That don't make sense. That's a good point, actually. I agree with that. That's a good point. It's kind of nonsensical. So yeah, he's an anime guy, which is still nerdy, but he's more anime manga. So I guess yeah, that's true. I think Quentin Tarantino definitely has a lot of Japanese inspiration. I guess is the word I'm looking for. So, but yeah, man. Don't know what both of these companies are doing. I definitely actually think DC is doing worse because they never really hit the ground running, as someone else said, or never got a baseline foundation built to build upon. It was always like, well, this one's okay, this one sucked, this is awful, that one's awesome. It was just so you just never knew what you were gonna get. I think Man of Steel is okay. I personally like BVS, but I understand people don't like it. I like the Snyder Cut Justice League movie. I think it's a very good movie. I think Wonder Woman 1 is great. I think Aquaman 1 is a really good movie. I think the script makes my balls itch, but other than that, I love it. James Wan did a good job with that. I think every other DC movies is like ass to like slightly below average. Right? Wonder Woman 2 bad. Well, I want to say about the Joker or the new Batman movie. The new Batman movie, Matt Reeves is good. The Joker movie, I think, is good. I just don't like the Joker, and I didn't care for that movie. I don't think it's a bad film though. So with DC, you just never know what you're gonna get. But then Marvel right now, because I think their success is making them a little cocky. They're just sitting there resting on their laurels, just being like, we have a monopoly on the superhero shit right now, like, and everyone's fucking with us. And then and what I do think some people don't kind of understand or don't think about, and I will admit I didn't think about that much until this year, is generations in terms of kids who have grown up having the MCU already being this established thing that they all care about, where we got that in 2008. Some of us were already like a certain age, so we grew into it. So for some of these guys, the MCU having a monopoly on superhero movies is all they know. It's like if you think about people who didn't grow up with computers and now the internet exists. There's people who grew up in the social media digital era, the technological age. They never had access to like online. You know what I'm saying? You got to think about what like how those people's perspectives and viewpoints will be because ultimately they grew up on this shit. So I think that they kind of have a vice grip a little bit, but we'll see. We'll see. You never know what could happen. You never know. This is literally their last chance. If they reboot again after this, they lost everyone. Like I feel it. I like Gun Suicide Squad. After I think I did watch that actually. There's only for some reason I keep thinking no, I'm right. There are three. No, that's why I was confused. Okay, so there was the I fucked up then because there's a Harley Quinn movie with Cassandra Cain that I had fun with. That's the one I meant to say. It's not a good movie at all, but I had fun. But what they did with her was atrocious. I think they made her like a broken arm or she's like a chubby Asian chick. That one, and then there was the original Suicide movie with Deadshot and shit. That was whatever. And then they had the James Gunn did the new one with Peacemaker and shit, and then like it had that plot twist at the end with whatnot with the Rick Flag and everything. Actually, I have to watch it again, but I actually did like that. I think I did like that movie. So my bad. I must have misremembered some shit. Then that's my fault. Y'all know that I'm a fucking boomer. I don't remember nothing. My brain don't work. MCU and Nirvana face? Ha! Oh, that's crazy. I mean, it informs how Bill sees the world. How he sees people as a monster first, which is why he gets to, why which he gets away from trying. It's a good villain monologue, but I don't think it's meant literal. Oh, okay. I mean, I hear you. My point was just like I would argue that's how I would think that he interpreted Superman based on that little monologue. But I hear you saying. So time of wait. So time of anime manga, not Mission Impossible 7 and John Wick 4 about to be gas for me. What were you confused on? Birds of Prey, yeah. But or like wasn't it called like the emancipation of Harley Quinn and the Birds of Prey, something crazy like that? So So I'm thinking, so the first one I was thinking of when they were shooting all the dead people and stuff, and the people lady. Maybe that's the one I didn't like then. And the other, or I did like it. I don't even know. Maybe I just like all of them, but I know they're all bad except the last one. I don't know, but I'll have to look at that shit again. It's been a while, so that's crazy. I'm trying to think if there's any other news that I gotta cover for comic books. I mean, I guess I'll run through some other comic book indie stuff that I kind of care about. I think I brought up Deadly Class. I caught back up to Monstrous. Got some of the new issues and volumes. I think that's been going strong. It's been really good. You know, some slight tangent. I don't know if you guys have been seeing that in a lot of these schools. They've been putting like really adult books in like children's schools and being really weird and stuff like that. With like I guess I think one's called like Ginger Queer or whatever, stuff like that. So Craig Thompson's book Blankets, right? Greg Thompson is actually like a graphic novelist that I really like. He made Blankets and Habibi, which I think are both really good. And like Blankets was one of the books apparently in the school that like some of the conservatives were mad about and stuff. And I said, listen, please don't come out Blankets or Craig Thompson because that shit is so good. But I do not think like 4-year-olds and 6-year-olds should be reading that shit. No, I don't. But those are really, really phenomenal graphic novels. Habibi really hit me. Like it was a really beautiful story. Like it truly hit me. I highly recommend Habibi by Craig Thompson. If you're interested in it, it's so good. So yeah. But yeah, Monsters is really good. What else was I reading? I was catching up to Empowered, and I was rereading Empowered technically, and I was reading some side stories with Sister Spooky and stuff like that. Really good, delicious content. I've been in my comic book bag again. Honestly, been reading a lot of comics again, so I'm very happy about that. And then Glam's not here for this, but he doesn't know this, but don't tell him. I do have the IDW 2011, I believe, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle run coming in because he wanted me to read that, so that will be next. So that'll be good. I only like the soundtrack for first Suicide Squad movie. Is Kalani on that? That's what I'm thinking of. I just need to Google this and look at it. Suicide Squad. Suicide. Oh, so yeah, these Suicide Squad like a weird reboot. Yes. Suicide Squad 2016. Damn, it's so crazy how long ago some of this stuff was. I like Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn. By the way, I like her. That's some that's some premium milk. Hold on, how old is she though? She's only she's 32. Naya, did you ever read any of the what Amulet comics? I have not. I have not. You gonna put me on? What's it about, man? Margot's Elite Milk. I'm with you. I'm with you. I'm not a milk hater, but this looks interesting. Amulet. The Stone Book One, The Stone Keeper. Scholastic? Ooh, that takes me back. Let's see this. Kazu Kibuishi. New York Times bestselling that features a beautiful but dangerous world of friends, robots, and it cuts me off here. That's interesting. I'll keep this. Let me actually just favorite this so I don't forget about it. I'll check that out. Cause like when I have oh, by the way, in case you guys don't know, Scholastic. I know it's Scholastic. I say yo. That reminds me of school days when you used to get those little things and you get to look at your books. And I used to get my Capitaine Babette or Captain Underpants in English. Ah, shoot. I see a 1 to 8 box paperback. Kazu Kibuishi. Okay. Stone Keeper, essential to the survival of this world. That her incredible story is only beginning. That's cool. God damn, man. Yeah, man. It's really been like a changing of the guard. Like I realize more and more like remember Dogman and Bone and stuff. Asterix and Obelix. I think it's Les Aventures de Tintin. The Adventures of is it Tintin? Oh shit, bro. Goddamn. I'm really old. I'm really old. Book sales always fire. Facts. Always fire. You always need that. This is not even that expensive. I'll give this a look. See, 81 for 8 volumes. I'm cool with that. That's not bad. Yep. Yes, I actually played some of the Aesthetics games too. So yeah. Ah, a simpler time, man. I used to bring the Scholastic book sales home and circle the books I want. You remember Riff? Yep. They used to give out 3 books for something for you to read. Yeah, I used to like game the system to get like the books that I really wanted. So yeah, I totally feel you on that, man. And I remember every once, I think once or twice a year, they would like pull up to different schools, like you said, with the book scales, and the books would be there in person in your well in your public school library. At least for me, that day I used to always go kind of stupid. And if you got a certain amount, or like they thought you were an enthusiastic reader, they used to always give you some extra books. I used to finesse them back then, because back then I didn't read nothing but graphic novels or like Captain Underpants type shit. I did not read like actual like novels like that. I did not like novels until I got a little older. Think what is the hold on. This name is gonna be a little bit wild, but just bear with me. Bear with me. I gotta look at what year this book came out.
No, you can't. You can't look at what year the book came out.
He said I can't look, bro. He said I can't.
Yes, sir.
So 2008 is probably the year that I started to like reading like books like that.
That's
So
wrong. That's incorrect. He doesn't read those anymore. We signed a contract agreement that says he cannot disclose this information. So sorry, stream's over with. We out of here. No, I'm joking.
oh man, it was Outliers by Malcolm Gladwell. And the 10,000 hour rule. I know like he's like a fraud or whatever. Or he's make shit up in other books and everything. I mean, I never read his books and took everything to heart like it's the gospel truth. But apparently he's like a fraud. I don't know. But that was like I read
Over
that book and
exaggerated. I think. I don't
yeah,
think it's like
yeah.
complete
I
fraud on
read
that.
that book and I was like, is this why like the only thing I'm good at is soccer? Because I got 10,000 hours. so so yeah. Books are those fire. Oh, they even. I watched that already. The bookmarks were a must. Bookmarks too. Yes, the bookmarks. I remember. I got this holographic. What was Harry's bird called? Harry had a owl. I can't remember his bird one. Like a holographic Harry Potter owl one. It was sick, but I don't know where that went. Ball on those Magic Treehouse books used to hit. I feel it. You know, I used to like too. What's that story with the school that was supposed to have 30 like classes, but they thought they built it the wrong way and it was like 30 stories high, like Wayward School or something. I can't remember what it was called, but they built the school like the wrong way and it was like really like big. So it was crazy. Yeah. So the chat saying what's up to you, Vince Hedwig. There you go.
What's good, party people?
Mm. I'm actually I'm low key kind of like I forget you know what I'm talking about, right? And Ramona Flowers I think I used to kind of read a little bit too. You know, actually, I think I read a couple of the Olsen twins like detective books or some shit like that. American and Ashley. I think I might have seen a couple books like that, but the generally speaking, if I read a book with a bunch of words in it and no pictures, it had to be something that I had personal interest in. So like the Kobe Bryant book that I read when I was younger, with like him in it, and like him, Bill Russell, a couple other the Super Eight. I'm like, yo, it's Kobe. I'm reading that. So, do
Mm.
you want to chime in on any of the news that DC you've seen of DC? I don't know if you followed any of it. Glam kind of hard carrying because
James James Gunn told The Rock to piss off. He's making new Superman movies, and that's all I know. And I liked Henry. Thought his movies were kind of meh, but that wasn't all his fault. I think the script and some of the stuff he had to work with was not his fault. I think they try to make Superman a little bit too edgy. This Batman vs Superman shit. I really, honestly, Superman's not my favorite superhero, but I got a lot of respect for him. I really hope he gets a good trilogy that's actually solid and not be a clown show where they try to include him into other storylines. Why can't he just have 3 straight movies about himself? Um, and that's all I got to say. Oh, and James Gunn, I don't know if how good he'll be. Maybe. Obviously, I don't praise him like his God cult following that he got. I think he's okay. Does a okay to decent job. Maybe he can be better. I don't know. We'll find out, I guess.
yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, like the thing that I was saying with me was like I don't think Cavill got to be the Superman he really needed to be because the way that Snyder directed stuff like that, and I always argued he's based more off the New 52 Superman. I think he looks great. He looks the part. I think he like does what he needs to do, and I love seeing him in action and whatnot. And I would like to see the opportunity for him to be like the kind of hopeful Superman that we know and love, perhaps. But
Yeah, so that's what I'm
but
saying.
I'm with
Now
you
I
where it's
get
like I
that.
don't love him like the way other people do in as Superman. But I
Yeah,
know but like my question to myself is now granted I'm the worst person for this because I don't know any actors or celebrities up and coming or what have you. But like who the fuck else do you want to play Superman right now? Could you think of an
yeah.
actor
See,
right now?
I don't know. I don't know either. Even though I watch movies, I'm not really up to date with up and coming actors because I'm just like the problem kind of with actors in Hollywood and in general for me a lot. It's just that the people who've been superstars since I was young are still kind of the people who are still superstars. I don't know anybody new except for occasionally every once in a while if they pop up on a Netflix series or something. A lot of times it's a lady more than men.
Mm.
And then yeah,
Because
and then
you know I love Gal, you know I love her, but even with her, I'm like
yeah,
I can actually think of some people that I will do a great if they have the right direction, the right writing and stuff. They can act well. They'll be a good Wonder Woman, especially if some people want to make her more like the Nubia, because Nubia is like darker skin. They want to make her more whatever. You could do that too.
yeah.
But with Superman, I'm like I have no name to throw in that hat, not a single one.
I mean, I'm pretty sure they could find one. It's kind of like when what's his name was Spider Man. Not what was the second guy? Andrew
Toby,
Garfield.
Andrew, or
Yeah, when Andrew, because it's like
Holland.
I didn't know when he fucking where he came from, and then he did it.
I didn't know
And
who
then
any of them were, to be honest. So is Toby Maguire
I
in other
feel that.
movies? I know he is probably, but like, is he?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, honestly, I don't know any of his other works. To be honest, I just know him from Spider Man, so I'm not Toby guy. So I'm with you on that. We're in the
Because
same page.
Andrew Garfield too. Like, is he in other shit? I don't think I've seen him in anything
No,
else.
Andrew Garfield. Now Andrew Garfield is actually in other stuff,
'Cause
and
even Tom
I think he
Holland,
does on
I
Broadway.
think I just know Uncharted. That's all I know. Isn't he Nathan
He's
Drake?
starting to do he's starting to do other stuff too. Like some of them, I feel like this stuff became so maybe that's just how it is. Maybe they'll bring in someone completely new that's not like really big unless you're just like deep into the following of movies, and then that's how he'll get its big breakout scene, and then you'll be well known. Maybe they have that in mind. I don't know. I don't know what their
Mm-hmm.
plan is, but I just hope Superman gets a better representation. I'm always
Mm-hmm.
for superheroes getting better because it feels like we don't well, depending on your opinion, it feels like we don't have a legitimately like outstanding Superman movie. We have one that's probably like above average, and I think we only have like one,
I
and
mean,
then
people can't
everything
even
else is like
agree to like. I would argue newer people will say Man of Steel, and old people will say like the first Christopher Reeves one or second one. So there isn't even like a
see,
consensus.
yeah, yeah, see. That's why I said that that's probably one. I think I'd probably have to watch him again. I wasn't the biggest fan of Man of Steel. I'd probably have to watch it again now, but I still think it was like fairly decent.
I just think that I'm just honest about it. Like I've always been honest about it. Like I like the movie. I had fun as Superman. It's my guy, but like it has issues. I've always said that. So
Well, because I feel
the
like
only
nobody's
one
ever
movie that I
fully
thought
commit.
people were too harsh on, but I understand was BVS. That's the only one that I thought people went way above and overboard with.
I'm just not a fan of that
When I
type
saw
of movie at
when
at this juncture, I
I
guess
got
I
you.
would say.
I'm talking yeah, in 2016 when I think it was when Batman vs Superman came out, and I saw someone write, Doomsday is a terrible villain. He has no motivations and no goals and no ideals for his life. He's just a raging monster." And I said, "This is how I know you guys are not serious. Do you know what Doomsday is?" That's when I stopped.
Yeah,
That was probably the last day I took a review seriously ever again in the history of my life. So I was like, again,
'cause that's
I have
crazy.
no
Yeah,
problem if you don't like that movie, but what the fuck are you complaining about? Are you kidding me?
yeah, that's a wild thing to say. No, my thing was I just feel like we hadn't built up enough equity in the DC universe to make that movie. That I think that's was my bigger problem
That's fair.
with it.
Mhm.
And I'm an equity
I
guy
never
because
see
if
The
you're
Great
gonna do something
Gatsby.
like Doomsday, that needs to be a Dark Side and all and shit like that. That needs to
Doomsday
be a
in
big
the
deal.
second movie of your
Yeah, you're
your
wild.
universe, and this is the monster and the villain that killed Superman. Do you know how iconic that shit was? This is how you do it? Hell yeah, serious.
They you see exactly my point.
You know me. I
That's a
told you I would done the
wild way.
Holy Trilogy. The first team up with me would have been the Holy Trinity. So I
Yeah,
would
and
have had
like
Wonder Woman,
Superman,
Batman, and Superman team up together, and that would be the first small team up, and then I would extend into the Justice League.
See, you get it, and also, but also it's just like I don't know why it's so hard for the Superman shit because it's not like he doesn't have just as big of a rogue gallery as Batman does. Why is it so hard for them to make a decent movie with him?
I guess
Or
I guess
multiple
it
string of movies, rather, I should say.
I guess it goes to the. I'll ask you this actually because Miles asked this. It's kind of like, do you tend to like stories that are humongously grandiose in terms of world-ending stakes, the universe is in danger, the solar system, the planet, the
No,
multiverse, or do you tend to like more grounded stories where like someone's in a city, there's more interpersonal relationships, and it's not like I get punched through 55 buildings and I get back up and it's like, I fought him for like 10, 12 seconds with all my might and now I'm out of breath. Like more realistic, grounded
see,
stuff.
I say for me, especially somebody like Superman, I'm perfectly fine with it being more of like not necessarily the biggest threat to him, as in his life. That's what made the Doomsday thing so fucking like so like when you see it for the first time, it makes it so magical, so different because you're like, oh, this is the first threat to his actual life, like that you've seen it when you grow up and you seeing that. That's why it's like a big deal. Like Superman's perfectly fine with it being like a moral dilemma and psychological dilemma, and like the best part of Superman is the whole standpoint, and this is like it's like oh he's actually the best part of all of us about being a human being. So I was like, I like that build up before we get to the point where he's actually in danger
Mm,
for me. Because it's like for everybody, it feels like with these directors, it's like, okay, we're gonna do his origin story, and then right after that, let's get to the fucking big shit. It's like even with Batman, it's like even though we have all these different versions of Batman, at least Batman, because of the trilogy with Nolan and stuff like that, it's kind of like he's built up an equity in the live action movies now. So even when other people do other versions of him now, it's kind of like it's kind of fine because it's like I got a good base for it.
yeah. And you've seen it succeed in live action,
Yeah,
and
so now it's just like cool.
he just a character that seems to have better rapport with more people at this point. I know that it wasn't always that way, but I think from like the 80s maybe or 90s, it started to change a
Yeah,
little
yeah,
bit.
but I think that Nolan really did a lot of it. But also, but even with Marvel, I'd say they've done a good job with certain characters building up equity. The Iron
Mm,
Mans, the Spider Mans, and stuff
mm.
like that. Captain America.
I
Not all of
personally,
them. Some of
yeah,
them they're trying to work backwards. Some of them they're trying to give equity now.
yeah,
But
yeah.
the
DC
ones
has
they
DC.
actually cared about.
As much as I think the MCU has problems from the first phase, they kind of earned what they
Exactly,
have.
and DC, and I think it's not like DC's been all bad. I think DC has some good standalone, but it's just like when you're trying to build this universe, I don't think they did a good enough job building that equity with their people. Because people who like BVS, it's like they're just
Honestly, no, go ahead. Sorry.
gun stands,
Yeah.
which is I think I've never seen anything quite like that. I've never seen such a cult following for individual director for a superhero movie that had nothing to do with the universe.
Mm.
Kind of crazy.
Yeah. I personally think Man of Steel was solid. Check out the boxes. I mean, that's fair. I gave 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10 for that movie. I gave BVS. I think I gave 7.5 or so, I think technically 7.8. I got the Snyder cut Justice League. I give 8. Why do you look like a deformed Ninja Turtle? Yeah, he looked like the Michael Bay Ninja Turtle. Until like the last like kind of hit he got when he started to finally get the bone protrusions and look more like Doomsday. But I hear you. I like, well, to be honest, Doomsday was definitely too soon. Should have been later. While Superman and Justice League were more established. I agree. No, his patience is tested. But Snyder Superman isn't optimistic nor hopeful. Superman, so it wouldn't work. I mean, there's lots of problems with that film. Don't get me started on the whole Martha theme. Yeah, I made some Martha jokes the other day. The big problem Gunn's gonna. I don't even hate the idea. I thought it was executed bad. The big problem Gunn is gonna face with his movie is that people will be harsh with criticism because he set off the wrong foot. So even if this movie will be flamed, never asked you, but did I see the new Black Panther? I did not.
I didn't either.
I have no interest. I really don't. I'm sorry. I just don't. Nothing the MCU is putting out
I'll
interests me in
watch it.
any
I'm
way,
just
shape, or
not. I
form.
wasn't gonna go out of my way
Yeah.
to go see it.
You'd have to like my girlfriend would have to like want to watch that with me. Then I'll see it. You know. So
Mm.
Batman got a phenomenal rogues gallery. Suits only got Doomsday and Brainiac. That's not entirely true. He has a lot of good villains. I'll get there in a second. Like a credit score, MCU build up credibility with what they want. You can still trust him. DC's credit score is still in a negative. Yeah, they're both fucking up, but at least Marvel got the trust of the people at some point. I agree with that. And I guess Snyder had a bad space mentally. But if you want to make Superman that dramatic, you have to show him as an experiment. Yeah, he did it off screen in the 2 years after he beat Zod, which is like, you know, I always was like you never really earned it, but like I know Superman, like I understand these characters in comics in the universe. Like I'm never lost, so for me, yeah, I hear you. So the cyber Superman, a fifth dimensional troll, Bizarro. He has Rose, Cyber Kryptonite Superman, Metallo, and Mixel Lex, Mongol, Darkseid, Parasite, Mixopixelic, Zod, Feora, Darkseid. Um, yeah. I'm not a big Bizarro fan. I prefer Ultraman to Bizarro personally. Yeah, Mongols are really underrated one. Mongols are a really good one. Metallo's pretty underrated. Metallo, Lex, Lex is really good too. But Metallo and Parasite are underrated because Parasite can just kind of take his abilities, and then he doesn't have them. Now he has them, and he has to kind of
And I
recharge. So
think it's a good chance to build up those people's equity too. I mean, we've seen that with like Killmonger. How many people knew who that was before that movie happened? I think sometimes it's an opportunity to introduce these villains and make them more popular, and they get good runs in comic books because those things go hand in hand, especially nowadays. You can use stuff to build up even more people. It
yeah,
doesn't just have to be the popular ones.
you can take the opportunity to make a star out of a villain. I agree with that. I do
Yeah,
think
especially
Batman's Rogue Gallery is
early off.
bigger better though.
Oh, well, of course. But Batman got like arguably, other than him and Spider Man had the two biggest.
Mhm.
But like I said, this gives you opportunity. I don't think Superman's is terrible. It's just not like the greatest thing ever, but it's solid.
I think
I don't think
Superman's
there's
Rogue
too
Gallery is
many
top heavy because the ones that are good, they're fucking
are
good.
really, really good. Yeah.
Dark Side boy, Dark Side is the pinnacle. I don't care what anyone
But
tells me.
I'd rather start off with Lex and Brainiac than Doomsday if we're gonna
Of
go
course,
that
you
way.
want to start grounded and move your way up the weight classes,
Yeah. That's what I'm
but
saying.
like
Doomsday the second movie just wow.
yeah. It's not
Because how
even
are you gonna top
for
that?
Superman. That's just like a
Really?
second villain like they face. That's crazy.
Yeah,
Like
it's just wild in general.
yeah. I even think Zod I think is an interesting first one. I think you can make it work. I don't hate it. But even fighting a Kryptonian as your first major villain is wild. Like that's hard. And to me, I think to me, if I had to do that, for me, the way Superman would win would be simple. He would eventually win just because he's been on Earth longer. I would absolutely make the Kandorians more capable combatants and better with military strategies and whatnot, but I would make them not as good with their all the abilities, the full power set, freeze breath, super breath, the heat vision. Like I'll have them just blast it, where like Superman can like control it. He can use pinpoint accuracy, use them in short bursts. He can spread it thinly, make it more invisible. Like the fact that he's been here longer would have been the reason why he won. That's how I would do it personally. So I think that's very simple to do too. It's not hard, personally speaking. It's an intergang. Come on, bro. Come on, dog. Me and him trying to reform Bizarro can bring out the best in Superman. Fair enough. It's crazy how Superman and Lois series is tackling the more appropriate villains of Superman than blowing their load with Doomsday. They went to Bizarro and Parasite in the TV show. Is that the new one you're talking about? With the guy, I think the guy's name's Tyler. I tried. I wanna like give it a shot, but those shows are corny to me at this point. I don't know. Um, I don't know, man. Like Intergangs is not moving me personally. People forget Darkseid has personal history with just Superman that isn't related to the League or the New Gods too. Yep. I actually don't see him as like a ultimate big bad. He must be everybody. He's a Superman villain that's so powerful because of the armor he has in Apocalypse that he has to bring the other Justice League members too, right? So I mean, Smallville did a version of Mr. Mixapicalix too. I think I don't was no was he? I don't think he was a meteor freak, but they did a version of him too. So, did you watch the Krypton show on Sci-Fi about Superman's grandfather? Nah, I didn't fucking watch that shit. I did that actually come out? I swear it didn't come out. That came out. I didn't know that. I tried to watch Gotham too. I watched the first season of Gotham, but I couldn't keep going. But if I get a proper Dark Side, bro, I'll be so happy. I love that like when I think like big bad in DC, Dark Side comes to mind before any and all people. I don't care about Joker fans. Suck my dick. If it's Marvel, Doctor Doom easily first one, not Thanos. Suck my dick. Like those are like my standard. Like Sinestro's really good too though. Like I love Sinestro. Sinestro is so dope, super dope.
Sinestro is very, very, very good, which is crazy because I never thought that when I was younger. I was just like, who's this fucking just a guy? No,
He's
that's
just
more
a
than a guy.
guy.
He is him. Yeah, he is him.
Sinestro is top 5 for me. So yeah. Um, sorry. Yeah, the shows are corny, but I'll say Tell Superman is pretty good. At least he's more heroic than Cavill's. The bar is low though. Yeah, like it's one of those things where like I check it out every once in a while. I look at some scenes and stuff, and I'm like, I want to, but God, new TV shows just make my balls hurt with all the fucking moral grandstanding they constantly do to me. I just can't sometimes. But I probably will give it a chance at some point just because it's Superman. Because Dean Kane Superman was Superman the lowest. I didn't watch for years, and eventually one day I caved. So I just give it time. The Superman always wins in the end when it comes to me. The entire credit of Darkseid in his rogues too. Yep. It was very boring, so I dropped it. It came on the last of the season. That's crazy. Steppenwolf, Calibax, Soups there. I think Obi is more of a rivalous character, but Lobo's a good one. Lobo's not bad. He has goofy villains you could do. Like I wouldn't be mad at a
Yeah,
Sinister
Lobo's
take on
kind of
Toyman.
goofy. I feel like that's a character you have to put together with another character. I don't think he could be a standalone.
Mm,
I like him though.
yeah. Like last shout out to you for covering for him. Yeah, Toyman could be great. But I've seen Toyman in a lot of. I've seen Toyman in a lot of. And Smallville they did Toyman I think actually pretty well. All things considered, they did Winslow pretty well in that. And then is it Superman, Batman, Public Enemies? Is Toyman in that one? One of them he's in, and I think he was pretty decent. I think I might my memories. I'm trying to go back into like 2009, but yeah. I definitely think Mr. Picklix is a very good because you can show his absolute um not weakness. I hate calling this one a weakness, but he has no natural defense against magic. Magic just works on him. You know, he has no natural defense against him. So but having that fourth dimensional being because he just comes and screws around with him all the time. I think that'd be a good structure. But I guess you could always use Black Adam if you want because Superman Shazam, the little short they did is pretty good. When he gets hit with a lightning, he's like, "What the hell? It hurt me." And he holds his chest. He looks down and he goes, "Magic." I said, "Damn, you felt that one, eh? You felt that one." Oh shit! So you could do that with. So I guess you could use Black Adam and Shazam there if you really wanted to introduce some magic stuff. Yeah, when he goes space, you want to introduce Darkseid maybe bring Apocalypse there, bring him to Apocalypse. I always like when Brainiac invades Earth. I rather than fight Brainiac when he invades Earth though. So like, if Brainiac's gonna come, have him do an Earth invasion, and Lex is great by himself, and Lex can always connect to all the other villains that are coming and blah blah blah, and sometimes work with Superman to get them out the paint, and then try to double cross him, or just work with the villain and try to double cross the villain and become like the actual main bad. So there's a lot of shit you can do there. Then with like Metallo, you could introduce his weakness to Kryptonite. Or just Kryptonite, we'll keep it green for now. With Kryptonite, like he can, there's so much they can do, bro. He's got a solid rogues gallery, but I admit it's top heavy. He's got like 4 great ones, and the rest are like, well, you can do this, you can do that, you can work it this way, you know. So maybe we need to make a new one. Yeah, Metallo will be good. Yeah, it's a layup. That definitely a layup villain. I agree. Yeah, they did Toyman good too because of his connection to Oliver Queen. He never really cared about the quote unquote the Blur. It was him trying to get Oliver. So have Lex supply Intergang and Kryptonite so they can do something. It's Marvel. I also enjoyed the scene when Clark discovers his vulnerability to magic. It's a really good scene. And the fact that he has to even admit magic is real, which is really good. So and politician Lex is always great, or use Lex that he can't be proven. I agree with that. You should write a proper blueprint for the DCU and email anonymously to DC. No, I want them to hire me. Let me do it. Let me do it. Make a Superman department and let me be the head. Who would you name for top 5 actors that encapsulates a comic book characters for? For example, Hugh Jackman as Wolverine or Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man. Would you say Gal or Cavill in the same way as Wonder Woman and Superman? It's tough. They got baskets, but they play their roles well. That's a good question. What do you think? Do you have any in mind that come to you? Where like this is a great casting for this character?
Nah, see, my thing was stuff like that. It's never off the top of my head. I have to sit and look at pictures of people and shit
I
like that and
actually
imagine.
think Ben Affleck is a great Batman. I know people don't like me hear me say that, but I think he.
I just don't. I have no opinion on him because I'm just always just at odds with his work in general. But I don't think he's a bad Batman at all.
I thought he. Oh,
I
I thought his brooding and his scowl were like really good. That's what I like. I know he's supposed to be based on
like
the
I always
older.
say, it's really hard to play Batman and Bruce Wayne. I actually think that's one of the hardest things because in some ways I almost feel like you have to maybe
Mm,
potentially use two different actors. I don't know why. It always just feels so hard because you have to be good looking enough to play Bruce Wayne, but not overly good looking because then you have to play Batman. And it's like you have to be a pretty boy and flirty, then you have to have scowl and be dark. It's a tough balance.
mm,
That's why Matt Reeves just kind of threw that shit out. And he was like, "Yeah, we're just gonna make a fucking emo, depressed fucking Batman. It's fine. Fucking, he's not Bruce Wayne yet.
yeah.
He's not the fucking pretty boy billionaire that looks good and do shit."
I almost want to give Chris Hemsworth like credit for how he looks in the suit, but once he starts talking and doing things, I'm like, that's not Thor. uh,
He said, "Hold on, I've been lied to."
I think Loki, the guy does Loki is good.
Yeah, yeah. I think
Tom
he's pretty good.
Middleton. I think he's good. I'll throw him in there. Oh, Ryan Reynolds Deadpool. Ryan
No, what
Reynolds
did you say earlier? What?
Ryan Reynolds is Deadpool. That one's great.
Yo, yeah,
Oh,
he's good.
Hiddleston. Sorry, I said
Word.
Riddleson. My bad.
Yeah, I say. Wait, who? What happened?
My bad. You know all the motherfuckers' names.
No, I can't say nothing. So
Iron Man is tricky because Iron Man wasn't like that until Robert Downey Jr. played him like that. He kind of wasn't super jokey all the time like that. Then that became like his default, so I guess he counts. I'll throw him in that. Throw him in there, I guess. I think Hugh Jackman for Wolverine is a great one. That's a very obvious one to me. Actually, I think I was gonna say Patrick Swayze, the guy who plays Professor Xavier in the wheelchair. He's good. I like his
yes,
Xavier.
he's very good.
He's a good Professor X. Patrick Stewart. That's it? Oh,
Yes,
there you go. There you go. Stewart.
there you go.
Yeah.
You got that one. Let's
No,
go.
no, the chat kind of carried me. Like I said it, I said Patrick, and I looked at my screen and said Stewart, like a question, but I really read what Nana said. I didn't figure it out. How about Sebastian Stan as Winter Soldier? I'll be very honest with you. I don't know much about the Winter Soldier like that, where I can be like, oh yes, this is a I don't know. I actually don't know. Like I don't. I'm not a Captain America guy even really. So
No,
even
I'm
Steve
not at all.
Rogers,
Yeah,
I
I got
don't.
nothing
I would say like I think some people might be more knowledgeable about Steve Rogers than I am. I was more of an X-Men, Fantastic Four, X-23 guy. You know what I'm saying? But I thought I mean Winter Soldier is the best Marvel movie in my opinion. So I mean I'm gonna give it to him.
Yep, I've always said that. I
How do we all feel about Chadwick Boseman as T'Challa? Was he good? Was he that guy?
he's pretty. I think he was pretty good. I don't love that movie as much as everybody else does.
Me and you are in the same boat.
Like they're
I
like,
like
yeah,
it.
they're like pinnacle of the medium of superhero thing. I'm just like, it's a good movie. I just don't think it's like the greatest movie in superheroes. I really
Mhm.
don't. I think it's like an 8.5 maybe.
Even like Amber Heard as Mara looks great, but like
Yeah, a shame.
didn't her accent
A
come and
shame.
go? And in one movie she wasn't like British, and the other one she was like
I wasn't
American,
paying
and
attention.
then
I'm not gonna lie. Brain turned off. She looked good in that damn movie.
I feel
She
you, but
was,
I people say all the time I'm like did I just not notice because I was just like elite milk,
yeah,
like
that's what I'm saying. I was just looking at her and I was just like, oh, you passed the test.
uh,
For that.
Amber Poopy.
Yeah,
Top
that's what happened.
five
That's what.
includes Fox casting for me. So Patrick Stewart, Xavier, Ian Kegler's Magneto. That's a good one. Hugh Jackman. Ryan Reynolds, Deadpool, and Robert.
Yeah, Jackman is Wolverine. It's like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
10 out of 10 for me. He
Mhm.
was perfect.
Oh no,
Look wise.
don't get twisted. It's fuck Amber. My point is just that like when I first saw Mara, I was mesmerized. I said, "Hey, yo, who
Yeah,
is
like
this?"
certain times when people play certain roles
Mhm.
and they get like the makeup and the costume and all that, they just you just see them in a different light for that particular character, but they never hit that again. Because with Olivia Wilde in Tron, that's the best she's ever looked ever for me. I'm just like that's like peak her. I can't imagine her like nothing else. Because her in that movie's like a 10 out of 10. Then I see a regular, and it's not like she ugly or anything, but that movie just like she's just different.
Olivia Wilde's in House, right? Or
I
no?
think so.
I think somebody else.
Yeah,
If
hold
she's
on.
in House, I think I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, I think so. But she has like a wig on and stuff for Tron Legacy.
Mhm.
She was cooking in
Nyan
that
All
damn
Man Needs
movie.
Is Calcium. He's not wrong.
Yeah, she's in House.
I'm still
Yep.
on the ground.
She plays Remy in House.
Yeah, there you go. So no, I'm thinking of the right person. 'Cause I think she was the person who made that movie that nobody liked. Um,
Oh, it was decent. It just wasn't.
with Chris
They didn't
Pine.
like Harry Styles. It was
Oh,
fucking
with
the
Chris.
one with Harry Styles and fucking Florence. It
Yeah, but
wasn't a terrible movie. It just was not good either.
the thing that I heard, but that I think what probably pissed off a lot of people is that she said that they based Chris Pine off of like Jordan Peterson, and I'm like, he's the only person that they lambast all the time that I don't understand. Like
Yeah.
the man is a psychologist. Like leave him alone. It's so weird. He's the
No,
only
that
one. Everyone else, I'm like, there's something that they do. That I get it. I get it to some degree. I think you're wrong. I think you're psychotic a little bit. Like calm down. Don't get derangement syndrome. But Peterson's the one. I'm like, I don't get this one. This one I don't understand. Maybe it's my Canadian bias. I don't get that. But not like I hear everything he says. So maybe he said some shit that I'm like, bro, come on, dog. Oh, don't worry, darling. There you go. Yeah.
yeah, like Olivia Wilde ain't never gonna look like this ever again. Why the fuck was she looking like this in this movie? This is crazy. Like
No, I
Tron
feel you.
Legacy was really carrying me. 2010 was different.
Yeah. Heath Ledger as Joker, that's cheating because Joker has so many interpretations, but I'll say Heath captured Joker's presence so well. Heath Ledger is just not Joker to me. He's just the most weirdest
Yeah,
outlier. Like it,
once
but
again,
I
you and
just
me are in agreement.
he Glam agrees. Glam thinks like this too, but like we're in the minority here though for that. That much is for sure. Because I was like, who's this supposed to be? The Joker? Like, and I've always said I
Man,
enjoyed what he did. He was phenomenal. He stole that movie. Like I'm gonna say Chris Helmsworth. What the Christian Bale? What the fuck? His name like Christian
yeah,
Bale. Um, he got like he got Johnny Joe starred. Like Gyro stole the role. You know, Johnny steals the role
yeah.
in Steel Ball Run. Like Gyro. Like he got like he's not the star of that movie. So, but I hear ya. But I'm not mad at it. The Jean Grey chick from the first X Men movies. I don't remember her name, but I feel it. Not to mention all the behind the scenes stuff. I think he was going. I think he was like. Yeah, I think he went hard too. I wanted to like. Not Heath. What's the newest guy? Jared Leto. But
Yes.
I don't know what happened. When we gonna get that
Jared
Kung Fu
Leto's
cinema stream?
the thing is just Jared Leto's a fucking weird.
Kung Fu
Who
what?
has a
Panda
cold.
or Kung Fu Hustle? Or like Kung Fu in general? Like it's Kung Fu?
I thought he was talking about a Kung Fu grip.
I don't know. I might be lost because I'm a boomer. Jared Leto was not it. He tries too hard. Real question: when? I don't know. I don't know what we're talking about. I don't know what we're talking about.
We lost the
Um,
plot.
because I definitely watched a lot of kung fu movies with my pops, but I don't know if I remember them all. I like them though. Oh yes, sir. Kung fu in general. I mean, you can get a pop in, but that'll be next year though. I hope you guys all know, but on the 23rd of January, I'm out of here. You not see me for like 2 weeks. So yeah. But Romero Joker is in it. We can talk Jackie movies. I feel it. Jackie Chan. I've seen a couple of Jackie Chan ones like Eat Man and stuff like that. I remember some of these names though. It's been a while. Cause me and my pops had a good 4 years. Like when I was much younger. We just went through Kung Fu after Kung Fu movie. We saw a couple in theater, but I haven't seen many in a while. I would say. I like want to say like the one with Will Smith's kid is like the last one that I saw. No, that's not true. Whatever the latest It Man was, I saw that. Never mind. I lied. I lied. Rush Hour 4 was announced. That's interesting. Wow, Hollywood has nothing, eh?
Like I said, it's the fucking.
Just milking the cow dry, fam. Nothing in the tank. No
It's
originality.
because TV shows took all their thunder, low key, and also like I was stating earlier, the development of new stars when it comes to fucking household names, actors. It's been a real
Yeah.
thing. I've seen a couple people talk about that, but they always blame superhero movies for that, which I don't know if I 100% agree with, but I get where they're coming from.
Look, I think Anthony Mackie said something like he's not a movie star. He's the Falcon.
Yeah, he said the character carries.
Yeah.
He himself does not matter that much in the grand scheme of things, basically.
Because like a lot of more older established actors have like immense clout from what I can tell. Because even like when I see people
Yeah,
talk about who
that's what I
who
was
doesn't
saying
like
because
a
they got
Clint
the
Eastwood
cachet.
movie or something, like and like I don't
Yeah,
say
they
shit
got the
like that.
cachet. They got
Yeah,
roles. These
yeah.
new people, unfortunately, you only have TV stars kind of get the roles now. It's not the actors coming up in the Hollywood. It's like if you're in TV, you might start cooking with that. There's some people here and there that have like Timothy. I can't pronounce his last name. Chalamet, whatever you pronounce it. I'm no good. Don't ask me. But him, Zendaya kind of has something going for her. Some people here and there, but it's not that many to be honest.
Yeah. And
They're still relying on people like Will Smith and stuff to carry.
I think I saw that he's in another movie. I think I saw a screenshot of him looking crusty in a movie. I say crusty, not like to diss him, like he was like a poor beggar or something in the movie in a cage or something. So
Is he doing some Jesus movie or something?
I don't know. I
I don't
saw
remember.
it. I kind of saw it in passing, like Will Smith new movie, and I'm like whatever. I
I
actually like
mean, Will
Drunken
Smith's
Master.
discography is like a couple good things, and then it's a lot of,
I
yeah,
think he's shooting at least 51%.
yeah, because he got so many though too.
Yeah, but
And sometimes him having so many is kind of a detriment in some way. He's just been in so much shit.
sometimes you just do it for the bag. You don't really care if the movie does well or not. You get paid a
Yeah,
lot
yeah,
regardless, right?
exactly.
So Tarantino said
Yeah,
the
but
same thing. Oh, interesting. That one movie where Jet Li fights himself. I don't. Okay, I gotta. Maybe I've.
Jet Li, the one
Hmm.
good movie.
Tom Cruise in
That might be
Underground
my
Railfire.
favorite Jet movie because it just got bars.
Will Smith movies Emancipation. It's a slave. Oh brother, I'm not watching it.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought.
So
Yeah,
tired.
I'm not a fan of those type of movies. And it has nothing to do with the people in them. It's just that how many different versions of those type of movie you can make, and at some point for me, it just becomes torture. P word.
Django was the last one that I watched. Okay,
Yeah, but that's it's kind of gave it a different spin, and they kind of gave it a different way. Even though
that one
Tarantino
was a
likes
more
to
heroic
use
and
it.
whatever. But like, yeah, I'm
Yeah,
with you. He
yeah,
said
and
people don't see movies for actors anymore. He said the age of superhero movies is the death of the actor. People used to go to the movies to see Stallone or Arnold, but now people go to see Falcon and Ant Man. The actor oriented films, which was popular back then, is now a niched
See,
category.
I only 50% agree with that because I get
There's
that from
truth
their
in that.
standpoint, especially with superhero. But I also think they're kind of blaming that on superhero movies instead of Hollywood just making better movies in general. That's part of the problem too. You have to make good movies to create stars
I
and you
also
leave
think
memorable performances.
I also think you probably have to make yourself likable, maybe with social media and stuff. Maybe like you have to do that work yourself at this point, because like the media and and not that they don't still can do that, but they used to kind of make stars and like pump you on and push you and you're in every article. But if you have a
It's a
good
lot harder.
social media presence, you can just do that yourself.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. But like I said, it's just that like
Fearless. Okay.
there's not a
Hmm.
lot of movies these days that people and even the types of movies they make don't help either. There's just not like where's the gladiators in 2020? Like they don't make movies Goodwill Hunting shit like that coming out. Movies like that don't fucking hit the seeds anymore. Like all the movies that I watch that are really good to me a lot of the time are movies that already came out, or if they're brand new, they're foreign movies a lot of the time. or some type of independent contractors or something like that. Hollywood is not giving me 4 or 5 star movies on my doorstep. It's really not happening.
Yay!
Or a lot of the
お兄ちゃん
genres that seem to be
peace
most
peace
popular are superhero movies, which has been that way for the past decade, or scary movies.
I heard. I think it's on Scream 6 or something, or Scary Movie 6. I don't remember. Something
Because
scary.
like, what's the last big like
Thank
action
you
movie
for the
or
subscription,
something like
Zodiac.
that?
Appreciate you. 25 months. Jesus Christ, my boy. Sorry, go
Or
ahead.
something like that. Like what's the like I can't even tell you like Avatar's coming back out and stuff like that. I guess that'll push the numbers up. But like what's the last big like action adventure movie you could think of like the past like shit? I'm not even gonna say decade because you might be able to figure something, but like the last 5 years, I can't really think of one.
Oh, that well is dry, boy. The obscure, but I liked Evil Call by Jet Li. Well, this obscure people watch for actors. I still think Adam Driver and still have thirst fans. Adam Driver? That's Kylo Ren, right?
Yay! お兄
Yeah.
ちゃん peace
Is,
peace
is he in a lot of stuff? Because the only other thing that I've ever seen him in is I don't even seen the movie. I don't even know what it's called. I just think just a scene with him and Scarlett Johansson when they're like arguing.
Yeah,
So
yeah, he's in that movie. He's in some movie where he played a racist. But I wouldn't say he's on that level, but he is a star. I wouldn't say he's like a superstar though.
mm,
But he's a star. He's a good actor.
interesting. John Wick. I mean, I don't know. I don't know.
Keanu
I don't.
Reeves been but it was like again, Keanu Reeves been out for whatever. And would you
Since the
put John Wick
Matrix.
on that level?
Mm.
Yeah, I don't know if I put John Wick on that level as an action. Like maybe you know what? Maybe it is. It could be.
I just reminded
But the
myself
first one came.
there was a fourth Matrix. I'm not watching that. I'm not
Oh yeah,
watching that.
they did do that. Yeah,
I
yeah, yeah.
refuse. I refuse. I refuse.
I
You'd
mean,
have
Matrix was Matrix
you'd have to pay me to watch that. Like you have to
Matrix
give me
movies
cash in my hand.
slowly went down and fucking quality each movie anyway.
I actually agree
The
with that,
first one,
but at least in the last movie, well, you know what? When I was younger, I was dumber. I didn't know. I say dumber, but like I didn't understand Matrix for what it really was. So I appreciated it
yeah,
when I was
yeah, yeah,
older.
yeah.
But if you ask like younger me, that last movie was the best one because that last one was going crazy.
Yeah, no. Don't say that. It had a lot of cachet, and it still does like a lot of things, but it's just not on the level of the first one as far as how they put it together with the writing
The
and
first
stuff
one is a
like that.
masterpiece, the same way that the first Pirates of the Caribbean is a masterpiece, and the rest of them are good to okay, average-ish. But
Yeah,
the
yeah,
first
basically.
Pirates is fucking fun. It's brilliant. It's
That
so
shit is
good.
crazy. That shit is crazy. All like everybody in that movie, like that's what I'm saying. Like that movie, like that. Not to say they were already stars, but that movie boosted everybody basically in there. Everybody who
Hmm.
was a part of that movie got a boost. That's what I'm saying. Shit like that don't really happen like that no more, unless it's like a Marvel movie or some shit like that. You don't get the whole cast coming out smelling like roses or a scary movie because you could say maybe like Get Out or some of the stuff that what's his name been doing.
Jordan Peele and
Yeah, Jordan Peele. Yeah.
I was gonna say the other guy, but I'm like he's not directing.
No, yeah,
they had that one
it's,
show
it's
together.
yeah, it's Jordan Peele. Yeah, the only kind of big people I could think of that's like fucking oh hold on, let me go find her name because I don't know why it just escaped me. I know who it is, but fucking her
Like
name
William
just
likes
fucking.
Brad Pitt or Leonardo DiCaprio from
Blew.
his generation of actors, none of them on that level or encroaching on that. I also think that we have a lot of manufactured stars from the standpoint where it's like they're not talented, and the people who are like pushing and promoting them know that, but there's something about them that's very marketable, whether it's their looks or body and looks, or because they have some ideology they're willing to push. I just think stars are kind of made differently. I mean, I could be wrong. I don't know shit about Hollywood. For all I know, it's all the same shit. Suck some dick, get to the top. I don't know.
Like I said, it's kind of get taken away because of TV shows. Like,
Yeah.
why would you do
Or social media,
necessarily go to support the
sorry, not
movie?
cut you off. Like Vince could become a big social media star and then get a movie role because of that. You know?
Yeah, that too.
Go ahead, my bad.
But TV shows are, I think, sometimes for certain people are just more lucrative than movies are. Because you make one movie, and you're not guaranteed to get another one. But TV shows, you might be locked up for 3, 4, 5 seasons. Get the paycheck, keep going.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but yeah, like the only big people I could think is Timothy, Anya, and Zendaya kind of in the past 5 years of just like young people or on the younger side. Yeah, she young. Hold on, let me see. Yeah, she's fairly young. She's 26. But yeah,
Mhm.
on the younger side.
Daniel Radcliffe. I don't even know what that is.
Like Harry Potter.
Wow. You see,
He's doing his own.
I'm
He's doing
I'm
his own shit now.
I feel like worst barometer to be like how famous is or popular is a celebrity. Like I don't even know their names. So like I'm probably the worst person to do this. I don't know if Chris Evans is a big star like that. Um, I wouldn't be shocked. I mean,
He is in his role for what he is.
the other Chris seems to be a pretty big deal. Not Hemsworth, the other one.
Chris, Chris Evans
Star
got enough
Lord,
stuff
Star
because
Lord. What's Star
yeah,
Lord's name?
Pratt. Yeah.
Chris Pratt.
No, but yeah, that's the other one. Chris
Oh,
Evans got enough stuff because he's in Scott Pilgrim, he's in Snowpiercer, he's in
Snowpiercer is good.
Knives Out, and he got his fucking Marvel stuff. So I think he's fine. I
Yeah.
think I think he's a big star. He got enough. He got enough there. He cooking.
I saw people hyping up Chris Pratt for some revenge military gun shooty pew pew movie. I don't know what it was. I forgot what it's
Oh
called.
no,
I'm
I don't
watching it
really
though.
watch it. Funny enough, I don't really watch too many things with Chris Pratt in it that I can think of.
Well, I literally don't think I've seen him in anything that wasn't Guardians. I don't think I've ever seen him in anything. I don't,
You didn't see him in the Jurassic World movies?
bro. I'm not watching
Okay then.
that.
I mean,
Dinosaurs?
I
I'm
mean, I
not
mean, I
moved.
wasn't. I wasn't watching that like, oh, let me go watch the Jurassic World
No,
movie.
fair enough. Fair
But,
enough. Fair enough. I know he's in
but
it.
I just
I've only seen one Jurassic Park movie. I don't know which one it is, and I only saw it because it was in my film class in the 11th grade.
I'm crying. He said he was not trying to see no damn dinosaur. He's thinking that shit the fuck out my
The
face.
Land Before Time, but like, like dinosaurs are not animals that creatures that movie. Like, yo, dinosaurs. Like, I'm like, okay,
No, I was never a dinosaur kid either. So
you
I can
know,
feel you on that. He said dinosaurs was not moving the needle.
if
He
it
said
was a
all they
land,
do
if
is
it was a
is
land of different phoenixes and like dragons or something, you might have had me.
he said they were not the superior beast. He said, boy, they just giant lizards. Move on.
Zendaya for some that because she's doing a lot of big projects. I'll give you that. Euphoria breaks her to the next level actor. I feel like the biggest actor from Euphoria is Sweeney though. Am I wrong about that? Do you think I'm wrong though? I could be wrong.
No, Zendaya got the biggest
Okay, that's fair.
boost from that. But
I'm
Cindy definitely,
that
I'll
that's just
say it.
me. That's
Who
just me
went
being
from
horny. I'm stopped.
unknown?
That's elite milk,
No,
bro.
but I would say that
Her
if you want
titties
to
be
say like who
tittying.
went from like it did, but if you want to say like who went from like unknown to known after that, she probably did have the second biggest.
Okay,
But I also think part of that was because her character was just so controversial in the second season.
I've never seen Parks and Rec, by the way, but yeah, I feel it. I want to see the Godzilla go ham. Another big lizard stone movie. I'm not a kaiju guy like that either myself. I did actually have fun with there was this one where like it's I don't know how old it is. It's kind of not old, but like it came out a while ago. They had to fight like big monsters, but like the humans had to like go in the machine and be like in sync in like mind and body, and they would pilot the like really big robot to fight the shit. What the fuck is this shit called? Hold on. It has
What
that.
though? Wait,
It has
what?
it has that black guy in it. Pacific Rim. Boom. Yes, that's what I'm talking about.
Oh, I was like, what the
Yeah.
fuck? No, I was lost. I was like, is he talking about Gundam? Or what is going on?
No, dude, that's talking. Like it's crazy. Oh, that's 2013. So it's quite some time ago, like a decade. But yeah, yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah.
talking about.
Okay. Pacific. Yeah. No, that's not a. I don't know.
There's
I
a
don't think I pay
sequel.
attention as much to that movie as
John
much as I thought.
Boyega's in it. What the fuck? I did not know that. There's a sequel. I ain't
And Nye
watching
is
it.
not a movie. Nye is not a movie guy. He's a. I'll go see it if y'all paying for it, or group of people want to go. I might go see it. He's not just out here watching movies like that. And me, I'm a psychological fucking crime head. That's what I be fucking
Hmm.
more so than anything, because that's all my top stuff. My stuff, I be watching shit like Gone Girl and shit like that.
It's unfortunate. Yeah, everyone's saying this should look ass. All right, fair enough. But yeah, I like Pacific Rim from what I can remember. Del Toro. That's a big name. I know he's important. He's a director. Boom. Right?
Boom.
Was that right? That's totally
I
about
don't.
right.
I'm just gonna agree with you. I'm gonna let you cook. This is where we
Uh,
at now.
Gone Girl is great. Honestly, the
Yep.
Jurassic Park Awakens, Godzilla, him going on dinosaurs, the Transformers films with Shia LaBeouf, some guilty pleasures films. I can't lie. I like the first one. Um, I don't remember the third one. I don't know. There's more after that. I know there's a Bumblebee movie. I think never watched it.
I stopped paying attention to that shit a long time ago. I'm not
I
gonna lie.
did watch the second Transformers, but that movie pissed me off because I thought it was literally the same movie as the first one.
I'm not gonna lie. I did like that. I always laugh about on Twitter how they always just like Optimus Prime. They turned Optimus Prime into a psychopathic murderer. He was just chopping up at the robots while while giving out grandiose speeches about it.
Well, no,
I
that's not.
said, "That's
I'm not a Michael Bay fan. I actually know that director by name too. Look at me, I'm knowing shit.
listen,
I'm
listen,
not a Michael
listen.
Bay fan.
He knows, but he knows what he's doing. He know what he's there for. He's not there for the storytelling, the writing. He's there to blow shit up.
Explosions in
Yeah, yeah,
slow
yeah.
motion.
Yeah.
All right,
He
bro.
said that's what you came to see. He said, "Don't lie to yourself."
You did Bad Boys, right?
Yeah, I
Or
think he does that
or am
shit
I
too.
completely wrong on that? I like the Bad Boy movies. For
Let
like
me go see.
remember.
Yeah, but
So you
nah,
know, yeah,
he know what he good at.
that's fine. Yeah, yeah. If you know your audience, you know your audience. I'm not mad at that. But I personally, I don't get up from Michael Bay at all. That's just me though. Honestly, don't know many directors I could say I like. I don't think I've ever watched a Quentin Tarantino movie I didn't like though. That's the only thing I could say. I don't know if he's the best,
He's
the
good.
goat,
He just has a lot. He just has a lot of racist shit in
but he
his shit
loves,
because he loves
he
playing that
loves
up.
having movies where everyone just say nigga 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 nigga
Yeah,
nigga
that's
nigga
what
nigga
I'm saying.
nigga
But
nigga
he's good. But he's
nigga
good
nigga
at
nigga
what
nigga.
he does. Yeah, yeah. Michael Bay did do Bad Boy. You were correct.
Okay.
Great job.
Oh, Christopher Nolan is really good actually. Because I even like Dunkirk. That was a good
No,
movie.
Nolan is one of the best directors of all time.
Yeah.
Like
I'm
we
not
know what it is.
I'm not allowed to throw my hat on this goat discussion, but I like I don't think I've seen a bad Nolan movie myself. I think the only movie kind of director opinion I have that's controversial is I just don't think James Cameron is a genius. I'm not saying he's a bad film director. I'm not saying he's like the worst or anything. I think he's good, but
I think with him,
I don't get the James Cameron.
I
Oh
think
God.
I think his hits are just so big that that's kind of what it is. Cause he got Terminator, Aliens, Titanic, and Avatar. So it's like he got four of the biggest movies maybe of all time. Probably.
Mm,
Yeah, I'd say so.
that's a
So
good
that's
point.
probably why. I don't know where I would rate him. Yeah, I don't know if I'm on that level either when it comes to being a genius. But he got hits though, so it's not like I can
Because
say
I
like the
really
guy is
don't like
definitely good.
Avatar. I don't like it.
I don't know how I still like I said, I still don't know how it became the biggest, highest grossing movie of all time. 'Cause I'm like, what the fuck happened? Like,
Mm,
what did he do? What black magic did he craft to make that happen? Like,
mm,
because yeah, I always thought it was like an above average movie with some interesting like design choices and stuff like that. But I didn't think it did anything that like, well, maybe with the CGI and all that, I don't know. But other than that, I didn't think it did anything special that broke the mold as far as the storytelling or even directing. But I'm not qualified necessarily to speak on that either.
you
So,
feel it.
but from my standpoint, I didn't necessarily was like, oh my god, that's the
That's
greatest thing I ever
fucking
seen.
crazy. Sorry. He made a nuke for the movie? That's wild.
Yeah, apparently. I said I don't know if he really did it like that. I don't know
It's
how he did it,
probably
but
a,
he said he
if
recreated.
it's real, it's probably a very low yield because you can't just be fucking. I mean, I
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
know.
fuck no, you can't just do that. How can you even record that? Was the camera just destroy itself? Like what the fuck? But no, he
That's crazy
wildin'.
though.
He just
This makes me watch Reservoir Dogs again. What's that one? I know I've seen it. I know I've seen that one, but yeah.
that's a really big it has a controversial ending. Good movie though.
Mhm. You hear that Cameron
Definitely.
expects Avatar 2 to make 2 billion to break even? What is he cooking? I don't know, but he's got his fan base. Then then
But
what?
also I think he's getting reversed. People are doing giving him like kind of like reverse views because of what they're doing. Because everybody keeps saying like how did this movie become the biggest thing ever? So many people say that you end up making more people look at it. So y'all doing the work for him as far as advertising.
Mhm.
Some marketing just does itself.
Nolan's like Memento. Nolan's best media. His series, anyways. It totally seems. Personal love interest, best Nolan Batman. Cameron gets props for me for Terminator. Did he make the first Terminator?
Yes,
Then that's to me that's his best movie. I
that's what
actually
I'm
think
saying. That's what he
I
has
like the
hits.
first Terminator the most. I don't like Terminator. I like Terminator 2, but I think I like the first one way more than it, personally speaking.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying though. He got the hits. He got
Mhm.
fucking
Hasta
he
la
has
vista,
Terminator
baby.
1 and
Yeah,
2,
yeah. Those are
Titanic.
iconic. Those are iconic.
Yeah. Yeah.
Titanic's
That's what I'm saying.
iconic, so that's fair.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
He got hits. Like, so I can't fucking it's just like I think he has a long uh it's like a long stretch between hits, I wanna say.
Mm.
Cause it's like Titanic's in '97, and then it's like the next big film is probably not till Avatar, and that's in
Mhm.
2009. So from '97 to 2009, how much do you fuck with the rest of the shit he does?
Ridley
And
Scott
it's really not. He
Alien?
don't even.
Sorry, I'm talking to Jack. Keep going though.
You're good. He made Aliens. That's a big movie too for a lot of people.
I actually have seen that. I was like 26 when I saw it, but I did see it. The first one.
So
I,
no, he
there
definitely
was
got
one year
cast
I
in
tried
Aliens.
to become a film head. I did my best, bro. I watched Clockwork Orange, Independence Day.
That's a
I
weird. That's a weird.
I know, but I was looking at all the movies. Everyone's like, "Yo, you gonna see this movie?" I didn't see this movie." All right, bro, give me a list. So I saw that. I saw that. I saw like Friday the 13th for the first time. Whichever Freddy movie was in for the first time. Like I tried. I really did. I think I
I'm
burnt
not
out
a
like
scary
four.
movie head.
I burnt out like 4 months in and like never looked back. I threw the list away
I'm not.
so I couldn't remember what to watch.
I'm not a scary movie head, so
I
those
hear you
never really
too.
moved the needle for me.
I can't even say I went through one. I just tried. Like I did my best. Like I got through a couple. Like I really did watch like a decent amount. Like, I want to say I got through a solid 26 to 34 movies, and then I just burnt out. I said I can't do this right now, dog. But I was watching shit that you're like expected to have seen and just like know about. You know, like I don't know. I wish I could remember more. But Clockwork Orange, I heard the book is better, but I didn't really care for it. I didn't. And some things that I try to do when I watch an older film and that's like really critically acclaimed or has a lot of like clout or whatever is I try to put myself in to the best of my ability in the mind frame of like if I was born in this time and I saw this, would it blow me away? You know? I try to think that way.
Mm.
So yeah. My favorite Christmas movie is Tokyo Godfathers. Tokyo Godfathers is my favorite anime movie. So if you want to give it a watch, that I watch Charlie Brown Christmas movies every year and The Year Without Santa Claus. I like to watch that around Christmas.
Charlie Brown Christmas movies elite. There's a lot of Christmas movies I like, so I feel that.
Tokyo Godfathers is not a Ghibli movie, no. If that's what you're asking me, are you asking for my or are you asking for my favorite Ghibli movie? My favorite Ghibli movie is From Up on Poppy Hill and Kiki's Delivery Service.
Mine's Spirit Away. My favorite anime movie in general, though, is Perfect Blue.
I'm not mad at that. That's a good one. Polar Express is good. I like that movie. But yeah, I'll never forget the first time I saw You Without Santa Claus because at first the puppets kind of freaked me out, and then I was like, I was jigging with it. I'm Mister Snow Miser.
Bro, that those two songs are
Yeah,
the two of the most elite songs ever made.
they
I don't care
call
what
me
nobody say.
Heat Miser.
They was
Whatever I
cooking. I said,
touch,
how they got the bars?
start to melt in my clutch. I'm too much.
Hmm.
Doom, doom,
I'm too
doom.
much. I'm like, hey,
I
yeah. I'm
said,
like,
yo,
hold on.
he go
I said,
crazy.
hold on.
I'm Mr. White Christmas. I'm Mr. Snow. I said, wait a minute. You got bars. He going crazy. So
Yeah,
yeah.
that's what I'm trying to tell. I'm trying to tell people that what was they cooking like that? How?
Whatever I touch turns to snow in my clutch. Yeah. I wasn't a Muppet guy personally, Scope. But I have seen that. I have seen it. But I wasn't a Muppet guy. Yeah,
The
Kiki's
Muppet
my
Christmas
thing.
movie.
Yeah, or like the
I like
carols
I
or
like the
something. Yeah.
very first song in that one where
Mm,
or where they're both being the ghosts,
mm,
Marley and Warley. I said, okay, okay, okay. Yeah, I'm
mm.
always a sucker for a good song, especially the Christmas.
It's kind of funny because like I don't tend to like Christmas songs, and that's not even because they're bad. It's just that like I did enough retail in my life and worked enough jobs where like I was working during holiday season. I had to hear those songs all fucking day for eight
Yeah,
hours.
that makes sense. That makes sense.
Like I think when I hear Winter Wonderland, I think I like almost fly into a blind rage. I hate that song. Oh, the
The fact that
weather
Mariah
outside.
Carey, the fact that Mariah Carey, like literally, life is set off one song, and all of her future generations are set legitimately off that one song is insane to me.
Yep.
How does one song carry you to generational
Yeah, Die
wealth?
Hard. Die
Like,
Hard's a Christmas movie, by the way. Yes, sir. Wait, keep going.
no, it's like even if she never made all her other songs, that one song could literally carry her to generational wealth. Imagine that.
And I will
Imagine all
make
you had to do in your
it.
life was make one thing
Well, Doc
and it
Rivers only
carry
had to
you.
win one championship with a super team, so
That's true. But
I don't
even
know.
he not
I
getting
don't
paid
know why
like
you
that's
said
what
that,
he's
and he
saying.
was the first person that came to mind. I'm a hater.
No,
That's
you were
crazy.
correct. But even he not getting carried like this. But that is actually
Yeah,
correct.
I feel it. I like the Grinch That Stole Christmas. I like both, but both the animated and thing ones. But yeah, I think I like the live action one more. I remember it more. I think. Do I actually? I don't even
But
know.
Jim Carrey,
Jim Carrey. Yeah.
my
I
girl,
think
my girlfriend loves that movie.
his size grew. I never watched it in a long time though. The only thing I'll put around Christmas time is Tokyo Godfathers, which like, if anyone wants a synopsis, it's literally three homeless people find a baby on Christmas Eve around Christmas time, and they try to find the parents. Fucking dope movie, animated, Japanese, Japan, Nippon Steel.
Three, three
Um,
wise kings singing music as they bring me gifts.
there you go.
Y'all wasn't there for that.
They said, "Oh, now we all hate Doc. Top 15 coach of all time is wild, right? The Rise of Guardians is really good. Is that the one with Jack Frost? Like he was like the ice dude with the white hair. If that's what you're talking about, Rand? That I actually like that movie. I actually like that. I haven't seen it twice. I've only seen it once, but I like that movie. That was good. Is Narnia count? Narnia, they be go to the wardrobe. It's Christmas.
Already
It's
a
like
Christmas movie? I don't think
it
so.
isn't there like snow over there?
It is, but it's not a Christmas movie. It was
I
snowing.
only read the first book. I never got any further than that. It's our
Narnia
Christian
just
Light.
never moved the it just never moved the needle for me like that.
Mm.
I like it. I actually do like it, but I don't think it moves the needle like that. It's like, oh, we're running around with a lion. Fucking the witch was kind of goaded, and she got her face eaten off. And then it was like after that, I don't know what we were doing after that. Then it was like, oh, coming of age, like two of them gotta leave, and then it's the next two, and then it's like, nah, it wasn't moving. When is this Percy Jackson fucking TV series gonna come out? I'm trying to get that to move the needle. When is that coming?
That should be good, right?
I'm
Motherfuckers like
hoping
Percy Jackson.
the main fucking author with it, so like hopefully it's good.
Mm. The Santa Claus is is it a Christmas movie too? The Santa Claus, the Claus. That sounds so familiar. Let me look this up. Naya,
Trying
you
to
ever do that Harry Potter movie marathon during Christmas time when they had it on TV teachers as a kid? I'm too old. I remember like I remember it when they were all running, but I never. One thing you can't get me to do is watch a movie with commercials. I refuse to do it. I'm not doing it. Not watching. So
that's a
like
commercial in the
I
middle.
said, I saw this movie.
Crazy.
You want me to watch a movie with commercials? I'll shoot you. You got me fucked up. Not watching it. Oh, this movie, yes, the Santa Clauses. That's so fucking crazy. This is a throwback. Tim Allen, yeah. There's more than one? I didn't know that. One thing about me too with a lot of movies, I always bow out after the first one more often than not. So it's crazy. The Miser's Brother Christmas with Anne with Goat. Tim Allen movie where he yeah. Accidentally kills Santa. Yeah, I remember that. I remember. And he puts on the suit. I remember. Zodiac. Like the Grinch, the funny kid story, and he nails it. Not, but yeah, like What other trilogy came on one time? I was like, hey, say, oh, it was Star Wars. Like I saw my dad is watching Star Wars. Like, why are you watching Star Wars on TV? Like you don't have the Blu-ray, the DVD. You got it on your fucking You have it digitally because I put the straw hat on. Like, why are you watching this shit with commercials? I don't understand it. Like, there's just no, there was just no there's no need for me to do that. But I hear you. Was I mixing up two
It's
movies
kind
maybe
of
they're talking
immersion
about? I don't
breaking
think so.
unless it's like a Lifetime movie or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I've got a weird habit of doing that thing kind of lately. Oh, it's okay. I constantly like sometimes I think I'm crazy. Like, did I just make this up and this didn't happen? Like, just didn't that like there's once did you guys have ads? Did you have Treehouse in America? That's not a Canadian. I don't think that's the
Tree
Canadian program.
houses.
Yeah, Treehouse, like the
People
program
probably had that. I
with
don't.
the
I didn't
with the
have
kid
one in
show with the
Texas.
kid show. No, no, not a literal Treehouse,
Oh,
like Treehouse, like the kid program, like.
did we? I don't ever remember watching that. Maybe we
Uh,
did though. I'm assuming we did, but I don't remember ever
Do
watching
you
that.
did you guys have something called ants in your pants?
Say that again. Repeat.
Ants in your pants? Maybe it's a Canadian program. Let me check. Ants.
No, but I feel like I've heard that. I've heard it as a song and a different type of shit. I don't know. That
Ants
this might
in
be beyond me. I don't know.
Ants in your pants
Yeah,
television
I don't remember none of that.
program. Oh, yeah,
Cause
no, I'm sorry. It's a Canadian children's music video, so you probably wouldn't know.
oh,
That's
there
obviously
you
it
go.
came out there, so never mind that. So okay, there was so basically it was just a show with like a monkey in a treehouse, and they're like I don't know, they do some shit, then they play a bunch of music videos with like kid songs, so like oh Ram Sam Sam, oh Ram Sam Sam, Gooly 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 Ram Sam Sam, like this kid song like that, like oh it's a frog in the log, sitting on a log. There was one song that I remembered it, and everyone was like, "That's not on the show, bro. That's not a like." And I thought I was crazy. I like. I bring it up to all people around me, like, bro, that's not that. I never heard of that one. I watched Ancient Pines. I don't remember that one. And I remember one day, I don't even remember how this happened. I saw it on YouTube. I said, bitch, gaslit for a decade plus that the shit wasn't. I knew this song was real, dog. I knew it was real, bro. I, I couldn't make up for this song. The song was too lit. I couldn't make this up. And I should everybody like, oh wow, like yeah, look at you. For years, y'all been making me think I'm losing my mind. But yeah, that's good. So for a second, I thought you were talking about Phoenix and Ferb. Nah, nah. It's it's literally called. I mean, I could show you. I'll just put it. I'll put it on the screen. Ants in your pants. You can tell me if it looks at all familiar at any capacity. Maybe you came to Canada once, but our shows were terrible, by the way. So they're just fucking awful. God, I think the only Canadian show that I like is Sticking Around, and the Canadian government is trying to force me to keep watching more fucking Canadian programs. They can suck the longest hair in my ass. So this was the show. This was the monkey. He'd be in the treehouse. He would say things, yada yada, unga bunga, inga dinga, and then a music video will come on. So yeah, there's a movie about the Holy Spirit living on Earth and doing his best to convince Jesus not to end the world, which is surprisingly sweet for the director, known for a raunchy comedy. That's interesting. That's a very interesting synopsis. The hell? So, but yeah, but anyways, I feel like I should wrap this up. Um, unless anything else I got to say about the comics and movies and things that are happening. When is Invincible coming back? Actually, check that. I also should like finish The Boys. Like, I didn't watch like the last two episodes of the third season. Just like finish that. Just sitting there looking at me every day. His name was Lickety Split. That's what the monkey's name was. I forgot that was his name. Lickety Split. Oh my goodness. Did you guys have that show with the lemur?
King Julian,
No.
Penguins of Madagascar.
Nah, that's a good. That's good. I like that. I like that movie or show or whatever. But no, it was what the fuck? Yes,
Vale of
yes,
the Morning.
yes. Zaboomafu. Yes, Zaboomafu. Absolutely.
Oh, that's
Yes.
crazy. That's crazy. That's what
He's the lemur, right? He's like leap. Leap, leap.
That's good. No, but that's great. I don't know. It just ain't the way you described it. To lead into that, I was just like, wow. I'm not sure that's how the way I would have leaded into it.
I just know there's a lemur, dog.
No, I'm not blaming. I'm not blaming you. You cooking?
Wait, Doom Patrol's back. What the fuck am I on? I don't know anything anymore. I didn't know Doom Patrol came back.
No, you don't. You
I'm
just caught up in a lot.
I'm just cooked. I'm just cooked. Well, and good news, I've sat up, guys. My back is not locked anymore, so I've actually it's not hurting me right now, so I can like move again. So there's that. I did the stream on the floor, lying down. By the way, in case you don't know, my back locked up. After shoveling the driveway 3 times, working out twice, and doing an 8-hour shift, my body was like, "Are you fucking stupid, old man? Stay the fuck down. You're done." I was like, "Wow," and I gotta go back out there one more time. But yeah. Anyhow, any final words for the people, Vince?
Nope. Hope y'all do good, man.
Tomorrow I'll probably if I don't find anything cool to stream about with the guys, I'll probably just talk about the World Cup and soccer. I was supposed to do that today, but with all the Cavill news and stuff, this seemed to be the most appropriate thing to do and everything. But you could say it was back like it never left. There you go. You can use my line that I definitely didn't take from Brago. Goodbye.